What's going on? It's your boy H Money, Mr. DAZN. We in the building. Let's get it. Let's talk about it, bro. Canelo Alvarez versus Billy Joe Saunders. It was a very good fight. Canelo Alvarez got the victory. He stopped Billy Joe Saunders with an uppercut. He broke Billy Joe Saunders' eye socket. Canelo Alvarez deserves his credit for getting the victory. It was a very competitive fight while the fight lasted. But Canelo Alvarez, he dig deep and he did what he was supposed to do. You know what I mean? Big Lloyd was good. My brother Big Lloyd was good. Yo, Big Lloyd, what you thought about the fight? What you thought about Canelo Alvarez's performance? What did you think about Billy Joe Saunders? Billy Joe came in there. He was outboxing Canelo Alvarez in certain spots. He was jabbing the hell out of Canelo Alvarez. What's your thoughts, DJ? What's good? Salam alaikum, Aki. Peace and blessings. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, to all the subscribers. Happy Mother's Day to everybody's family. You know, happy Mother's Day to all the women out there. You know what I mean? We won't be here if it wasn't for a woman. You know what I mean? Because we all came from a woman. So, you know what I'm saying? Shout outs to everybody, man. You know what I mean? Shout outs to all the mothers out there. Big Lloyd says, Zah. That's Zaza. Zaza. You dig? Canelo Alvarez, the surgeon. Oh, yeah, man. That was a beautiful uppercut. And he kind of hit him in an awkward space right there, in an awkward spot. He broke his eye socket. Was good. Robert Brewster in the building. Devin Haney Promotions was good. Listen, I want everybody to watch out for this young fighter by the name of Shamar Canal. Shamar, the highlight reel Canal, special talent. He is Devin Haney's protege, and he's making a lot of noise, man. Watch out for him. One of the best prospects in boxing, Shamar, the highlight reel Canal, making his, he's going to make his professional debut very soon. You know what I mean? He's under the tutelage of the WBC lightweight world champion, Devin Haney. Watch out for Shamar Canal, y'all. DJ, salam alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. What's up with you, H?
Yo, what up, Aki? How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling good. You know, last night was fight night. You know, got a good perspective. I saw that video with Andrade and Canelo and that interaction. You know, it got me hyped. I'm very hyped.
He did what he was supposed to do. I like the fact that Andrade pulled up on Canelo and called him out to the fight because everybody seen it. Everybody saw it. So now he has created a buzz. He has created a buzz. So now people are talking about Andrade, right? People are talking about a potential fight between Andrade and Canelo. But what was your thoughts when Canelo said, you ain't fought nobody or you would never get the fight? What did you think about that part when Canelo said that? It sounded like he was trying to duck him, if you ask me. And he's been ducking him in the past anyway.
I agree with that statement. But I actually took a walk earlier and I sat down and thought about it. And I said, well, damn, wasn't Andrade supposed to be fighting Billy Joe twice? You know, and then for to hear Canelo say that, and then just have gotten out of a fight with Billy Joe, and for the world to kind of it's not to, I don't really want to diminish anything Canelo's done in his past, but we talking about today. You know, in today's times, Billy Joe was supposed to fight Andrade. You know, would Andrade have gotten that credit if he would have beaten Billy Joe? You know, if Billy Joe didn't have that drug test failure, if he didn't back out of that fight with Andrade. That should have happened before that Canelo fight. It's supposed to have been Andrade and Billy Joe. So for Canelo to sit there and say, "Well, you ain't fought nobody. Who have you fought?" It was just a lie in my sense. I think he was lying. It was just a scapegoat, you know, because Andre's supposed to fight the same opponent you was supposed to be fighting. So does that mean y'all on the same level? You know,
exactly. That's a great point because you're bragging about fighting Billy Joe Saunders. But Andrade was supposed to fight him, and Billy Joe tested positive for steroids and pulled out the fight. So what are you really saying, Canelo? You know, I like Canelo too. I ain't trying to bash him or anything like that. But what I can say is I don't like when I hear fighters say, oh, who did you fight? Oh, you need to go do something to fight me. It's like, come on, man. Are you serious? You guys are on the same network. You guys were champions in the same weight class at 154. You were champions at the same weight class at 160. And it's clear as day that Canelo don't even want to fight this dude. He said he will never fight him. So, I mean, I'm just disappointed in Canelo, man. I like when fighters say, I want all the smoke. I want all the smoke, right? I like, hey, what up, Black and Brown Boxing? Everybody go subscribe to Black and Brown Boxing. I like when fighters say it's free smoke, right? Anybody can get it. That's what I want to hear. Not, oh, you ain't fought nobody. Come on, man. All right, come on, Canelo, bro. Stop it, bro.
You can't say that. And that's and when I was walking, because at first I said, well, he's something crazy, but the more I dwelled on it, and I'm like, well, damn, wasn't Andrade Gray fighting this same guy who gave you a little bit of frustration? You got the win, but Andrade was supposed to be fighting him in 2 occasions. So that means y'all both on the same level because you want glory for beating him, and Andrade wanted glory for beating him. But the motherfuckers, the damn idiot backed out the fight and popped dirty. So on 2 occasions, you kind of, in a sense, you got his leftovers. You got one of Andrade leftovers. He just couldn't uphold his side of the bargain, as far as Billy Joe Saunders.
So did you think Billy Joe Saunders quit in that fight, by the way? What was your thoughts on it? Do you think he quit?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he quit. In my opinion, he quit. Again, I think I always try to say everybody's pain level is different. And from my experience, again, having been in the gym, and I always say to myself, well, if I'm in the tip top shape, I've been boxing all my life, you're gonna have to beat the fight out of me. You would have to knock me out unconscious. I watched the George Groves Callum Smith fight. George Grove Eubanks, and George Grove arm it was completely popped out, hanging, and he was still swinging. Floyd broke his hand in the fight, kept fighting. Now I'm not saying all injuries are the same, but when you have that title on the line, you're this world champion. That's what the zone promoted you as, that you're this world champion. When people speak of Billy Joe, they're gonna say, well, you were this champion at 160, you're this champion now at 168. What do you bring to this table? And then last night, in the end of that 8th round, for him to sit down on that stool and not to contest them stopping the fight, it said a lot to me. All we saw that he said was, "Oh, I just can't see. If you can't see, then get your ass up and get back in there." I'm not sure how serious the injury is, and in my mind, I really don't even believe he's injured. It could be a fake picture for all I know. Just to get out of him quitting. That's how I look at it. You never know with these fighters.
Canelo, when he did it, quit, though. I'm gonna be real. I don't think that he quit. Like, I seen fighters, get hit with a certain shot, like Daniel Dubois, right? He had a broken eye socket against Joe Joyce, and I don't think that he quit in that fight. I just felt like he couldn't continue. So that's why he didn't fight. I remember when Oscar De La Hoya, he broke Gennaro Hernandez's his nose. Gennaro Hernandez, a great champion, right? De La Hoya broke his nose into 22 pieces, and the man couldn't continue. Some people thought that he quit, but I don't think the man quit. He had an injury. And he couldn't continue. Now, let me give a special shout out to Black and Brown Boxing, because Black and Brown called it out. He said that Billy Joe will quit. Even though I don't agree that he quit, I know Black and Brown Boxing, he called it out on Free Smoke Friday. He said that Canelo will make Billy Joe quit in his corner, and that's what happened. Now, Brother DJ, he agrees with Black and Brown. Brother DJ feels like Billy Joe quit. So, congratulations to Black and Brown getting this prediction right. But let's keep it moving. Keep going, DJ. Keep cooking.
Oh, yeah. I think when we have all those, because you prove a good point, other champions, and then they're physically incapable. It's just like, in that instance, it just recently happened. Some fighters, they'll get injured probably, let's say, like, if you get injured in the 4th round, they'll probably carry you on to the 8th or 9th, and the injury gets real bad. Then they'll be like, okay, now it's time to stop. And the fight that was previously before Canelo and Billy Joe Saunders fight, the junior lightweights, I believe, a flawed minimum weights. I can't think of the exact weight class. With, where they stopped the fight with the Japanese fighter. You know, he was getting punched a lot, but he kept on coming. He said, "I want to win this fight," and that's what the whole world saw. You know, that he wanted to win. He had a lot at stake. He's fighting for his country. He was fighting for himself, most importantly. And for Billy Joe Saunders, for him to talk all that time leading to that fight, and for the people that's, especially when you have the world champion Tyson Fury behind you, it's kind of like you let a lot of people down to just go sit on that stool and not contest anything. You know, I just think, in my opinion, it kind of falls on him. He wasn't guarding his grill, wasn't protecting himself at all times. He was using his head as a shield. He didn't have his hands up. It was just like, what did you expect to happen to your face? You know, you threw your head into the punch. You know, I think if you want to be champion, you gotta, at some point, you gotta suck it up. You know, it sounds harsh, but that's what you had on the line. You know, you had everything on the line. You had that world title. You know, there's some guys who probably they were in that situation, as it said in the chat, as Danny Gray said, Gabe Rosado, face smashed, and he just kept going because he put his cojones, he put his balls on the line. All he got is his balls and his word. He said, "I'm going to fight," and he's going to fight to the finish. Mm-hmm. That's what we want in the champion. You know, that's what I would want in the champion. If I was a champion, that's what I would try to do.
See, what makes things worse is that Billy Joe Saunders, he mocked Daniel Dubois when Daniel Dubois lost to Joe Joyce, and he said that Daniel Dubois quit trying to make fun of him, and now he does the same thing. So now he's looking like a hypocrite to the people. People are looking at him like, "Yo, you was making fun of Daniel Dubois, and now you doing the same exact thing that he did."
I don't even think a hypocrite is a word. It becomes a coward in that sense, because when that same adversity hits you, you couldn't even, because Dubois was dealing with for a little minute, obviously. When it came down to Billy Joe, that shit happened. It happened instantaneously, and you were ready to go. You like, shit, damn, I ain't never been hit this hard, and it just makes you question, bro, are you really a champion? Do you really represent boxing? It just makes you look at Billy Joe entirely different in that situation. As far as Daniel Dubois, he fought valiantly, and he took that knee in the midst of the fight to where he couldn't take more punishment. Same with Kell Brook. They sat there and they battled it out until it finally was done. But with Billy Joe, that same round he gets hit, he forced himself to take the damage. He survived the round, sat on the stool, and then was like, "Well, I just can't see." We didn't. In my opinion, they was putting the pressure on the eye, so you could have got the hell back up. In my opinion, if it was that bad, you'd have been like, "Hold on, take the pressure off the eye." You get what I'm saying? It was just like a little things that I just noticed. If your eye was broke, you don't really want nobody pressing down on your eye. I don't know. They probably would rub it and be like, "Damn, that hurts real bad." But I don't know. It's Billy Joe Saunders. Yesterday, I don't think he was a champion. I didn't see a champion. I didn't see a world champion. I didn't see a worthy foe in that ring last night. The way he went out.
You made a great point, though, my brother, because you talked about how Daniel Dubois kept fighting, and he actually went down and took a knee. Billy Joe never went down. So that's a solid point right there. Billy Joe never took a knee. Soon as he got hit with that punch, he pretty much, the fight was over. You know what I mean? The fight was over. He didn't try to keep fighting. He didn't try to continue. It was pretty much over after he got hit with that punch. He finished off the round. You know what I mean? He did finish the round off, but he didn't try to continue. You know what I mean? So that's why you got to be careful what you say, man. Once a fighter loses, people want to, other fighters want to make fun of these guys because they took one loss. I remember when Deontay Wilder was making fun of Anthony Joshua when he lost to Andy Ruiz, making fun of him, and then he fucked around and got stopped by Tyson Fury. You know what I mean? And the same thing happened to him. So you got to be careful what you say, bro. Sometimes it's best to keep your mouth shut. And Billy Joe would have kept his mouth shut when Daniel Dubois lost the fight. Didn't say he was a quitter. You know what I mean? He wouldn't be dealing with the same shit. Now, people are comparing his loss to Daniel Dubois, the same dude that he made fun of. And, he brought that to himself. If he would have never said nothing, go ahead.
No, I agree. And with Dubois, then he fought. It was actually a very competitive fight. I'm not saying Canelo and Billy Joe wasn't competitive at certain moments and instances, but the boy fought. He was doing well. You know, he didn't respond to the punches the same way Billy Joe responded. Like, at certain points, Billy Joe was starting to look like Billy Hope out there. You know, he was getting hit, and he was just like shook. He looked like a shook one out there. You know, and then that was the problem. And then when all the pressure started coming, you know, he started running. You know, that was running. Like, if anybody want to know what running is in the boxing match, the 8th round, he started to skedaddle, you know. And then he sat on that stool, he thought about it. He said, I don't want to get knocked out. You know, he wasn't what he said he was. It's Daniel Dubois. He fought Joe Joyce. He fought Joe Joyce with a lot of heart. He could have went out on that round previously 2 rounds before, and just said, yeah, you know, I'm getting punched a lot. You know, I might as well quit. You know, he sat there, exchanged his punches, and then he got hit again, and he was like, damn, I can't do this no more. You know, that's a different thing going on in your shield. You know, like, take some more punches and then go. You know, I don't know. I think it's in the instance when you're in the midst of the fight, especially with Kell Brook, he was getting hit, and it's like, damn, I can't defend myself in that sense. You know, it just didn't seem like Billy Joe was. It seemed like he was recovering because he started to fight back towards the end of that round and hold his own ground. You know, it just seemed like the fight was gone from him. I sense fear from him. It seemed like fear.
Mm-hmm. Like he could have done a little bit more. You know, he could have tried a little bit harder. We got Mad Chad in the building. What up, Chad? What did you think about the fight yesterday, my brother?
Hey, H Money, man. I thought that was great seeing all those people there, 73,000 people. You know, it was a great event, H Money, great event. I thought the fight was very suspenseful. I thought the only dull round was the first round. Just, you know, it was a real feel-out round. You know, and then I thought Canelo would do a little more, and I thought BJ would be a little more elusive. But as the fight progressed, H Money, right? Come after the 4th round, like the 5th round, from the 5th, 6th, and 7th round, BJ quieted Texas Stadium. The place got quiet. BJ looked like he might be the better boxer. BJ looked a little quicker on his feet. He looked like he might have a little quicker hands. He was throwing combinations. He was making Canelo miss. That was my opinion. I was watching the fight very technically. I was trying to watch it and be very unbiased at every single avenue. And then you could see BJ was getting almost too confident. He started being a little showboaty, H Money. He started acting like he was fighting a not a Canelo. And I think he kept ducking in. I kept seeing him duck in there with his head instead of trying to move, you know, duck away or something. You could see Canelo trying to line it up. And he cracked him with that shot. He broke his face. I mean, I can't call this guy a quitter. I think he broke the orbital bone, multi-fractured orbital bone, you know, so he's messed up there. You can't go on and continue to fight. I don't believe BJ quit. I believe it was his corner that threw in the towel. But that was a very, very fun fight, H Money. I thought it was not a great fight, but it was definitely not a letdown fight.
So how did you have the fight scored before the stoppage? And shout out to D Nice that just joined the panel.
I had it 5-3, H Money. I had it 5-3 for Canelo. I had it 5-3, but it could have been 4-4, you know, because there was a couple swing rounds. I gave the first round, I think, to Canelo. The second round, maybe the third, you know, and then you know, it was a close fight. But prior to that, right to the eye socket, that uppercut, like I said, BJ was outboxing him. BJ silenced Texas Stadium. The place got quiet. You could feel BJ was coming on until Canelo clipped him.
Okay, for sure. Great breakdown. So it was very competitive in your eyes before the stoppage.
Absolutely. And it was trending. It was trending to me because I knew BJ wasn't going to win a decision. But it was trending to me if he would have got on his bicycle instead of having that mentality of fighting with him, because he seemed to kind of almost disrespect Canelo for a little bit. Maybe in the 6th, 7th round, he started showing a little disrespect. And I thought that's when he should have pulled all those boxing skills, all the lateral movement, used every square inch of that ring. And then he got clipped, and then he got cocky. I thought BJ got cocky. And, like I say, Canelo broke his face. Hopefully BJ's all right. But like I say, that was a good fight.
For sure. What up, D Nice? What did you
What
think
up,
about
man?
the fight last night, my brother? And what was your thoughts on it?
It was competitive for a bit. Like my man just said, that the first round was probably the dullest round. And I also felt that he got too cocky around the seventh round. Like he started to showboat, he started to taunt him, and I think that came back to bite him in his ass because all that did was really light a fire up under Canelo's ass, and he really started to press on him. I was surprised at Canelo, I mean not Canelo, but Saunders' body language in that last round before he quit. Because he seemed like a defeated man after that. After his eye got broke, he seemed like all the fight was gone, and from there on, it wasn't even no contest. And I think the backlash is from his previous words calling other people's quitters. And
Calm.
the British media, they're out in full force trying to get ahead of the story, saying he didn't quit. But body language is very communicative. Like you can see a lot from a person's body language, and he had the look of a fighter who did not want to fight anymore. He wasn't saying no, don't stop it. He didn't look like what's his name? Not Castillo, but what's that boy name that Floyd whooped on when they stopped the fight?
Cool.
Ortiz.
No, not Ortiz. This was back at 130.
Corrales.
Corrales.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
He didn't look like Corrales when they stopped that fight. Corrales was upset. Corrales he wanted all he could get, and Billy Joe didn't look like that. Billy Joe looked like, thank God they stopped this fight. I am glad to be the fuck up out of here because every body shot he hit him with, man, you just seen a little more leave up out of Billy Joe's arsenal, man. And I never, even when he was outboxing him, I never really felt like he had control of the fight.
He wasn't hurting them, but it did quiet the crowd down. Did you guys notice that the crowd got quiet?
It definitely did. It definitely did. I think people were shocked.
That's a great point. I think it's because of the competition that Canelo is fighting, especially if recently they aren't really elite boxers. They may be title holders, but they're not great boxers. I believe the person that was on last night, it was either Mr. Ty or 74, and we were speaking on the Canelo versus Miguel Cotto fight. You understand what I'm saying? And then when we go back and look at Canelo versus a Cotto, or when we go back and we look at Canelo versus a Trout or the Lara, and these fighters, and how valiant they were and what they brought to that fight, we saw a total different fight. When we look at the Callum Smith, Anthony Yildirim, these guys are just folding up. It's like where is the talent? Where are the skills of these guys that are holding these titles now today? And with Billy Joe, he looked like one of the mill guys. Like he was faking it till he made it. And I guess to see Billy Joe landing punches, I just haven't seen Anthony Yildirim. I guess the Canal's team, having showed us this Anthony Yildirim and this Callum Smith guys just sitting in there, just getting punched on for 12 rounds or 3 rounds, and then just to see a Billy Joe land some punches and win a round, it was like, damn, Canelo's invincible. Yeah, he's invincible. He's not invincible. He's been beaten, in some opinions, several times. He can be beaten. You just have to be a different breed of guy, cut from a different cloth. And Billy Joe, he wasn't from that cloth. He just is awkward. That's what I can say about Billy. He was awkward. He had moments of success, but like you said, D Nice, he at no point did I feel like for 12 rounds he gonna keep that momentum. Like every moment around, it's like he's jumping in there with his head. It's a matter of time until Canelo catches him. Yeah. He's not guarding his grill. It's a moment in time. Sooner or later, Canelo's gonna land those punches.
And I keep hearing they say he broke his eye, but I'm kind of skeptical, man, because I've seen the orbital bones and he had swelling, man, but his shit didn't look like Kell Brooks when his shit got broken. It definitely didn't look like the boys.
Yeah, see, they kept fighting though. Them dudes kept fighting and they kept taking more punishment. Soon as Billy Joe got hit with it, he quit, you know what I'm saying, in his corner. But I ain't gonna say he quit. Y'all think he quit.
He quit.
I ain't,
Hell yeah, he quit.
If it's
quit.
like that, he quit. If you said that,
He quit in the 7th round. He was running for his life. He almost jumped out of the ring in the 7th round.
Yeah, if it popped in your mind, that's just natural instinct. He quit. And that's what it was. Certain thing, he just wasn't built. He had a good run, you know, the guys he beat and stuff. But after yesterday, you know, he like lunch meat, you know, like meatball spaghetti out there. You put him on a platter for somebody. You know, he can't, you know, he gonna fold at a couple rounds. He can't take a lot of punishment.
I think most human beings can't take that shot that Canelo hit him with, and to have I've never suffered a broken orbital bone, but I know that he left in an ambulance, and they're saying he's at the hospital. I mean, so I think the kid's a tough kid. Don't get me wrong. I mean, and in that 7th round, after he got his eye fucked up, that eye immediately turned black, and I was on with L-Dog. L-Dog's like, they're gonna stop it before he even started running, because that eye immediately
turned black. You're right. It did. You can see the damage. Check this out. Let me show you guys this though. Shadow Ghost says Eddie Hearn made a video and said he fractured his eye in 3 places. And matter of fact, on social media right now, right? Guess what? Billy Joe Saunders has surgery, bro. He's gonna have to have surgery on it. So you know it's not a joke, bro.
Yo, what's going on, bro?
And we got a super chat, by the way. Quick super chat. My boy D in the building. D Biffle, the champion. Salute. What's good? What up, D?
You're the pigeon champion, bro. What about the pigeon champion,
boxing right here, bro? We gonna keep it boxing.
What about the pigeon champion, bro? The pigeon champion, bro. Fucking.
Bro, are you here to
He
talk?
Been drinking all day, man.
Quiet, bro.
He been drinking all day, man.
Fucking shit done, bro.
I'm putting you on back now. I'm gonna cool off a little bit.
Thank you.
What was up with him, man?
Oh shit! I forgot what I was going to say, man.
No. With those,
I mean, Mask of Disguise.
I mean, for him not to take a knee after taking that shot, that respects me that this kid's got balls. He did not want to. I don't think he was the guy that said throw in the towel. I think his corner was like, you just fucking ran that whole round. You're gonna get killed. You can't open your eye. You know, and I think they threw in the towel. I don't think Billy Joe said I'd quit. You know, and he suffered a real injury, fellas. This is a life and death situation. Who knows if he'll be able to see again? I mean,
I heard some people say his career might be over after that.
Yeah,
this is his career. His career ended when he took that fight, man. When he took that fight, he knew he stood no chance. He already knew that, man. He came in. I'm gonna give my 3 keys, my points, my major points for that. Just looking at Billy Joe from way in to the opening bell of how we all knew he was not going to win that damn fight. He came in flabby. He wasn't in tip-top shape of a champion. He looked like he was just playing. He can go on the court. He might give you a good round on the court, play a good 21. You know, he might play some blacktop football, but as a boxer, an elite middleweight champion, no, he did not look like an Iron Barkley out there. He did not look like a Marvin. His physique was not in tip-top shape. Second, he seemed a little nervous when he seemed nervous. It didn't seem like he tried to polish his game. We saw that when he was like warming up.
Yeah, backstage. There you go. You back.
You know, when he was backstage, he was nervous. He wasn't really landing real well. He just seemed all over the place. And then when we got in the ring, we kind of saw that. You know, him jumping all around, slinging his head around as it was a shield. You know, it's just like you studied the man. And then you came unprepared, you know, and you did. Hold on.
It's all good, but yeah, they said Billy Joe, he must have surgery. He will have surgery, so you know it ain't no joke, bro. You know what I mean? I don't think that he quit, but I see D Nice felt like he quit. A lot of people thought that he quit, bro. You know
I thought his body language suggested it. Like once Canelo injured his eye, the warrior spirit was gone. And I think he gave an account of himself as to say he made it through that final round. But he didn't look like a man who wanted to continue to fight. Now, I've never had an orbital bone broken or a bone broken in my face, so I don't know what the pain is, and I don't know his pain threshold. But from his account, he said that he's going out on his shield. He said that he wouldn't quit. He would rather die in the ring. And soon as he got injured, his body language said everything other than I'm about to lay it all out in this ring. And that's where the backlash is coming from, because he was so critical of these other boxers. And when the shoe was on the other foot, he folded. I mean, it's as simple as that. Because had he told his corner, no, I'm good, I can fight, and they opened that eye back up, because I actually thought the fight was going to continue when they opened that eye back up. But once I seen Canelo getting up, Canelo knew it was over. Canelo knew it was over before they had even announced it. I think he
Canelo
knew
was
it in that
raising his
last
arms.
round. Yeah.
In the 7th round, he was raising his arms. He thought he was done. He knew he broke something, man. He knew he broke his face. He knew the fight was over. Exactly, his warrior spirit was gone, because the kid had a broken fucking face. I mean, you don't even know if he could see out his eye, if he was, let alone he didn't even go down from the punch. He took a hellacious shot there, tough as nails. That knocks most people out. And this kid ran around for the remainder of the round. He went to the corner. In his corner, that Tibbs is a professional trainer, and the best interest of his fighter. That's what you have to take into effect there, because you have a life outside the ring, and you want to go out on your shield. I get it, and that's why I can't take nothing from Mark Breland, because that's why you have corner. That's why you have a corner. That's why you trust your people, and the fighter can want to go out on the shield. But if you feel that your fight is in serious physical health, that's why you have the towel. And there's nothing to be ashamed of that or nothing, but the karma, you're right, that's coming back to bite him in the ass. He was wrong on the shit he talked about the guy, Dubois taking the knee. So karma came back and got him. But I don't think he quit, and I don't think you can take away his warrior mentality, because I think he suffered a horrific injury there, because that thing immediately turned black.
Yeah, I believe the injury. I'm still a little skeptical on how severe the injury was, but it definitely was. The eye was definitely damaged. But then you can point to a fighter like Inoue, who won his match with his orbital bone broke.
Nakatani. There's different type of fractures. There's guys, Ali fought with a broken jaw. You know that. Valdez fought with some people can fight with that type of thing. But you don't know if it's a 3 fracture, like H Money just was saying. If he fractured this orbital bone in 3 places, who knows if he has permanent eye damage? Who knows if he can even save his eye? Who knows if this kid's ever going to fight again?
Very true.
So just to make pre-assumptions of somebody that's got a proven track record of never going down, never quitting, to say he quit or not, I think that's a bad claim to make, especially when you're dealing with a fighter that really put on a good performance. He went in there and he took some shots. He made Canelo miss, and I thought he put on a good performance, but he was getting cocky. He was getting cocky.
I just think the proof of him quitting is in the put, because when push came to shove, he wasn't there. He wasn't there to receive that punishment anymore, and he looked defeated. Like even Wilder, when Breland stopped, Wilder still wanted to go. Wilder was visibly upset that the fight had stopped. He still felt he could fight. I didn't get that same reaction from Billy Joe.
Yeah, he was on his stool though. He was in the 2 rounds.
That. Yeah, some people can't. Some people bodies are different, right? Some people can't. Their bodies can't take that type of punishment, right? Like Mad Chad said, as soon as he got hit. Yeah, exactly. As soon as he got hit with that uppercut, you could see his eye just turn black. It looked crazy, bro. You know what I mean? And he went to the hospital after the fight. That showed that it wasn't. You know what I mean? He wasn't lying about anything. I don't think he could continue. But look, D Nice, Bill, like you said, Billy Joe was calling other fighters quitters, right? Calling Daniel Dubois a quitter. That's why he's getting this negative feedback. If he would have never said nothing about Daniel Dubois, people would have never really cared about it. You know what I mean? Some people would have said it. Some people would have called him a quitter. But now you the one calling people quitters, and you do the same shit, you know, as the person that you talking about. You did the same thing as Daniel. Now you brought this negative energy to yourself. You brought it to yourself, bro.
Two wrongs.
That's what I think.
Wait, funny. Two wrongs don't make a right.
What do you want to see next from Canelo?
I understand, Chad. What's next for Canelo? I would say Caleb Plant because it is the undisputed fight. I wouldn't mind watching.
I don't think that Caleb Plant fight next.
What'd you say, bro?
I
don't think it's gonna be next either. They're gonna build it up. They want to build it up.
I think they're gonna try to feed. I think they're gonna try to feed Caleb Plant to David Benavidez.
Why?
Because from perception, it appears that Benavidez has a better chance at beating Canelo. I don't think Caleb Plant stands much of a chance against Canelo.
I think
Caleb Plant could box.
Who did Caleb Plant beat?
What'd you say,
Far.
Who he beat Uzi.
Yeah, I'm going based off Canelo logic. You know, who did he beat?
Oh yeah,
Canelo said Andrade beat. I'm trying to think.
No, he beat Uzi.
But see, Andrade, when he said that about Andrade don't got no belt, and Andrade don't fight at 168. So that's really like a move point. Them dudes ain't even vacated and moved up yet. So I don't even be interested in talking about an Andrade fight and a Charlo fight because they still fight at 160.
Did you guys see the clip with Tyson Fury in the gym? I think it was in Vegas. Who was there? It was Caleb Plant, Josh Taylor, and BJ Saunders. So I'm saying Caleb Plant will be next for Canelo. It's just lined up perfectly. And you could see that Fury, you know, because I believe Fury is connected with Plant somehow. Because they were in the same gym, and I know Plant was training with BJ and Josh Taylor. So it was just a weird little video to see. But I feel like Canelo and Plant, that's what it's going to be. H Money, it's going to be undisputed, and that's what they're all looking at.
I think it should be that, but you know the PBC move kind of funny. So I'm just skeptical. I really am, especially the odds aren't in their favor because Caleb Plant is going there as the underdog.
Yeah, but it'll have 75,000 people at Texas Stadium again if they have it in Texas.
And that's even more. That's even more against Caleb Plant. Like, I'm hard pressed to believe that the PBC is about to throw Caleb Plant in there at this point. They got to make me a believer. I would love to see it.
Yeah, the only fighter the PBC had fighters would be Charlo in Texas or David Benavidez in Texas. That's where the numbers were like even out at least. You know, I can see a lot of fans
Charlo's next opponent is.
I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna hold him. I'm not gonna hold him to Montiel. I'm not gonna hold him to that.
And that's the thing because why isn't it Charlo and Benavidez? You telling me if Charlo don't beat Benavidez, if Charlo beat Benavidez, that don't make the Canelo Charlo fight more appealing?
Maybe not. Because
once Charlo gets by his guy, they're both coming up to fight. Benavidez is fighting someone he'll get by. Charlo's fighting someone he'll get by, and then you're going to see Charlo Benavidez. I think you'll see that fight.
They don't even fight at the same weight class. That's what people often forget that.
I can't see Canelo if he fights Caleb. He's not fighting. He's not going back to fight David Benavidez. He's not going to go fight Jamal Charlo, and he's going to go try to. But I think I'm gonna use my words the way I'm gonna use these words. He's going to go try to buy a.
I ain't
breaking up, Mr. Jones.
Breaking up.
You're breaking up, Mr. Jones.
Sorry, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
I can't see him going back like looking like, well, I'm gonna fight Jamal or David Benavidez. And, you know, I can't see if those two guys fight. You know, I can't. You know, I just can't see it. You know, I think he'll go up and try to fight Bivol or Better Biv. And that'd be his last fight. That'd be his last fight. He had no point in fight no more. In his eyes.
No, I don't see him. I don't see him
7 more
retiring no
years.
time soon.
He's saying 7 more years. He wants to fight for 5-7 more years, Canelo. That's what he's saying.
I don't see him retiring no time soon.
I don't believe him.
I think it's too much money on the table.
Shamar, what's good?
What's up with y'all, man?
What's good? What's good? I want everybody to subscribe to Mad Chad Boxing. Mad Chad got a channel. Everybody show love to this brother. He's been supporting us. He support us all the time. So let's support Mad Chad. Everybody subscribe to his channel, please.
What's going on? What y'all talking about? You're talking about Canelo dipping after he beat the brakes off a motherfucking Canal plant?
Plant? We talking about Billy Joe.
He gonna beat the brakes off Canal plant. He gonna beat Canal plant like he's supposed to.
I don't know if he's gonna beat the hell out of Caleb Plant, to be honest, because
D-Nice, D-Nice.
Go ahead, I'm gonna go after you.
Listen to me, D-Nice. He gonna knock Caleb Plant out within 6 rounds.
I don't know about 6, but I definitely got him beaten. I definitely got him beaten.
He gonna beat the brakes, rollers, pads.
He gonna beat the Hebrew shit out of Caleb Plant. He gonna beat the Hebrew shit out of Caleb Plant. Believe that.
Because from what I see, I believe Caleb Plant is a slicker boxer than Billy Joe Saunders.
Caleb Plant ain't got no pop though.
He ain't got no pop
though.
I think he got the
if you
same
ain't got
amount
no
of pop,
pop,
as Billy. I think he got the same amount of pop as Billy Joe.
And you seen what happened to him. If you don't have no pop and you can't keep that dude off you, you're gonna get knocked the fuck out. That's what's gonna happen.
But
if you can't hit that motherfucker with some hot shit to make him think and back up, you gonna get knocked out. And Caleb Plant can't do that. He couldn't knock out who was that dude? The dude from Minnesota, he just went 12 rounds with.
Caleb Truex.
He couldn't knock that dude out. That dude 37 years old and been through wars. And Caleb Plant couldn't knock him out. So let's stop with all that. If he beats Caleb Plant, he gonna knock Caleb Plant the fuck out. Now the question is,
I think he gonna beat Caleb Plant.
He gonna knock him out. He ain't gonna beat him. He gonna knock him out. But the thing is,
I got Plant, yo.
Okay, good. Put some money on it. Put your money where your mouth is. But put your money where your mouth is. I'll take that bet all day. But the question is, D Jones is right. The question is, once he gets all 4 of these belts, because he's gonna get them, is he gonna defend those belts, or is he gonna tuck tail and run? Because he's not gonna fight Bivol. Y'all can forget that. He ain't fucking with Bivol. He stands far away from Bivol as he can. Better Biev, he might age out. Better Biev is already 35, 36, so he might age Better Biev out. But Bivol, he's not fucking with that dude. He's not even gonna fight Zerto Ramirez, who's 29 and up there at 175. He ain't fighting him. So what is he gonna do? I'm thinking either Charlo, Andrade, or somebody going to move up, or he'll fight Benavidez. But he's not fucking with them 175 pounders. Y'all can forget that.
You remember what Canelo said? He will never fight another Mexican again and shit like that?
That's bullshit.
Why he say it then? If it's bullshit, he should never.
Because he's a capper. Because they all cap. They all cap. Why did Charlo say I'll fight Benavidez and then 2 weeks later say I'll fight at 160? I don't fight at 168. They all say that dumb shit. So we can forget that. Why did Billy Joe say when Dubois got his eye socket fractured by Joe Joyce, if it was me, if my jaw was broke and both my eye sockets was fractured, I still fight. Well, what happened? Your eye socket got fractured. What happened? You quit, right? So they all say that dumb shit until the shit happened to them. So we can leave all that cap bullshit out of the conversation. That's all cap.
Sheldon bringing that smoke, man.
I don't believe none of what these dudes be talking about, man. I think all of them be lying through their fucking teeth.
Hey, to be honest, I think Caleb Plant is taller than Billy Joe Saunders. He's faster. He got better skills. I think Caleb Plant will give him a tougher fight. And Caleb Plant ain't gonna quit. Caleb Plant ain't gonna quit, bro. Caleb
Plant is not gonna have a choice in the situation, bro. Caleb Plant ain't gonna have a choice in the situation.
Caleb Plant Canelo is beatable. We know that Canelo
is beatable. He is beatable, but not by Caleb Plant.
You got to be an all-time great to beat Canelo.
Not by Caleb Plant.
Billy Joe was
Benavidez can beat him. I think Benavidez can beat him.
Billy Joe was winning rounds. Billy Joe was actually outboxing him in certain spots, jabbing his face off. Canelo was having problems.
And what happened to Billy Joe?
He got stopped.
I wouldn't use the word out. I wouldn't use the word outboxing. He had success. He had moments of success. I think Canelo I think he had little moments of success, but he wasn't outboxing because everything fell into Canelo's plan. Like whatever Canelo wanted to do, he finally got around to doing it.
Hey, DJ, you know, me and you kind of think alike, right?
Yes, sir.
What the fuck happened to Billy Joe Saunders?
I think he gave up. He gave up.
Okay, so all that other bullshit we talking about is irrelevant. Am I correct or not?
What part? Oh, we talking about the head? We talking about
Billy Joe. Whatever Billy Joe did is irrelevant because he got knocked the fuck out.
His face got broke though. His face was broke. He couldn't continue. He's forced to have surgery on his face. He's forced to have surgery. So hopefully he can bounce back.
Hey. His face ain't get broke though. His face was broken by Canelo.
Yeah, Canelo broke his face. Exactly.
That's a fact.
Yeah. So with that being said, I'm gonna say this. Now, I see Billy Joe having success in that fight. Billy Joe was jabbing Canelo's face off, jabbing the fuck out of Canelo, right? Billy Joe Saunders was outboxing Canelo in certain spots. He's a champion. Billy Joe's a skilled fighter, right? So I know this now. Caleb Plant is a better boxer than Billy Joe Saunders. Caleb Plant is bigger. He's faster. Caleb Plant is a better athlete, bro. Caleb Plant will be a tougher test. If you thought Billy Joe Saunders gave Canelo fits, wait until you see what Caleb Plant does, bro.
Caleb Plant don't hit hard enough, bro. You don't hit hard enough.
Caleb Plant not as disciplined. Caleb and both Caleb and Billy are very undisciplined. They look flashy. That stuff look good. But once you get in there with a live dog, Canelo, he's a dog at the end of the day. At the end of the day, he went toe-to-toe with Cotto. He went toe-to-toe with Mayweather. He went toe-to-toe with Triple G. Plant is undisciplined. He gonna lower them hands. He gonna have a weak-ass jab. He ain't gonna have nothing behind the jab. Canelo gonna beat the shit out of him. If he ain't got nothing behind the jab, what do he got to worry about? You gonna be trying to run around with one jab. At least Floyd and Triple G, when they had that jab, they threw that right hand. They had an uppercut. They had combinations coming. Billy Joe tried.
Remember, and he got the fragile hands too. He hurt his hands hitting Caleb Truex. I mean, Canelo's got a fucking granite fucking head. You know what I mean? I mean, you hit his head, you're gonna hurt your hand. And like Shelton was saying, you need to have a little pop to keep this pit bull off you for 12 rounds. And I've also seen Caleb Plant kind of have a tank issue, like he runs out of gas. He looks to be winded to me, and he's going to have to spend a lot of energy moving around to get out of the way of Canelo. I see a complete mismatch. I see a knockout, just like Shelton said. H Money. I can't see Caleb Plant beat. Where do you have Caleb Plant ranked? Where do you have Caleb Plant ranked? Pound for pound list. Pound for pound list in the world.
He's not
right
on
now.
The pound for pound list yet. He's not. But
what do you have him about? 67, 70?
I'm not that far back, but once he beats Canelo, he will be in the top 10. Remember, Teofimo Lopez, he wasn't on the pound for pound list until he beat Lomachenko. So
Tio got pop. Lomo had to respect his pop.
But Floyd Mayweather, he didn't have pop, and he outboxed Canelo, right? Without any pop. Lara doesn't have any pop. Let me finish. Lara didn't have any pop, right? And he was outboxing Canelo. Am I right or wrong?
At points. Lara's way better than fucking Plant. Way better.
Plant is good. I think Matt
Lara's way better.
Really good. He's very good, Caleb Plant. I'm serious, bro. Even Bill Haney told me he's picking Caleb Plant to beat.
Did you watch him fight Truex, the old kid from Minnesota?
Yeah, we watched it together, Chad. Remember, we did the show together. You was here that day. You was here with us that day, and me and you, we was thinking Caleb Plant was gonna knock him out, but he didn't. Remember,
yes.
He hurt his hand. Remember, he said that he hurt his hand, and guess what though, Mad Chad? He still won every round in that fight, though, right? He dominated him. So he did.
So underwhelming. It was so underperforming, though. H Money. It was such a letdown. I was so disappointed in that performance. That's why I'm not a big fan of him right now. I don't think he has any pop in to fight a skilled level like Canelo. I see a mismatch. H Money.
I respect it. I respect your opinion, but I'm telling you, Styles makes fights. Now, Canelo, I'm gonna say this. Like I said, Mayweather wasn't a power puncher, outboxed Canelo. Lara, who isn't a power puncher, outboxed Canelo, right? So Triple G, who is a power puncher, in the first fight, a lot of people thought Triple G beat Canelo. I love Canelo. He's a great fighter, but I do know that he's beatable. We know there is a blueprint on how to beat Canelo. Billy Joe was having success, man. Chad, you even said it. Billy Joe was popping him with that jab, right?
Absolutely.
Canelo. Certain spots in that fight where Billy Joe was outclassing him. And I'm telling you, Caleb Plant is better than Billy Joe Saunders. He's a better fighter. Is
he a southpaw? Caleb Plant a southpaw?
No, he's orthodox, but he's 6'1". He's 6'1", right? And Billy Joe is 5'11". And keep in mind that Caleb Plant is one of the toughest fighters, bro. He been through it all with his daughter getting sick. He grew up in Nashville, Tennessee. If you can type in on YouTube, you can type in Caleb Plant street fights on YouTube, where Caleb Plant is fighting a man who had a knife in his hand. He was fighting a dude with a knife in his hand, and Caleb Plant was beating the shit out of him, bro. Caleb Plant, go ahead.
I believe he puts up a better fight. I believe he gives a better account of himself. I just don't believe
he ain't gonna have no knife in the ring, homeboy.
I just don't believe he can beat. No, I just don't believe he can beat.
Caleb Plant had a knife. Caleb Plant fought somebody who had a knife in his hand, and Caleb Plant whipped the dude who had a knife and beat the shit out of him.
He gonna need a knife in the ring, bro.
He ain't gonna need no knife, bro.
I think Canelo is gonna be.
Bro, Canelo ain't invincible. Canelo already been beat, bro. He's a good fighter, but he ain't invincible. Come on, let's stop it.
I never said he was, brother, but he's better than Caleb Plant.
You gotta fight first.
I think the thing with Caleb is I think if they fight, the difference between him and Billy Joe is that Caleb could probably start off successful in those early rounds, like 1, 2, 3. But once you get to 4, 5, 6, I think the fight will be over. You know, and that's when Canelo Canelo will adapt and adjust. You know, and Caleb, it's like I'm telling y'all, he's not as disciplined. Him and Billy have the same issue. The difference is Billy Joe is awkward. He's an awkward southpaw. Billy Joe fights like he's in a street fight most. Like that's how he looked. Like he just like Billy Joe was his first time in a boxing ring. The way he was throwing his head around and just putting his head in danger. Caleb, he boxes. You know, he has, you know, some fundamentals, but so does Canelo. And then it's gonna come down to 3 different things: willpower, sheer strength and power, and experience. And Canelo has all that. Caleb doesn't have power. I don't think he has the same willpower. I understand he comes from a hard, tough background, but so does Canelo. Canelo had to start boxing. He was 15, professionally boxing. You know, and then experience, all that favors to Canelo. You know, he fought one of the best fighters of our era, Floyd Mayweather, and he fought Cotto. You know. It's like, what can Caleb do? You know, he can. That's what I think he had early in the fight. He might get his jab going. You know, the jab might go. But one thing we saw from Caleb is that he's not going to let that right hand go. He going to be, but once Canelo touch him, he going to be like, well, do I want to get caught trading? And that's going to be the problem. Most fighters, especially with how we saw Billy Joe, they get too worried about what Canelo's doing, and then Canelo just beats their ass from there on.
Even before all of that happens, if the PBC can't lock Canelo up for 2 to 3 fights, I don't believe they putting Caleb Plant in there for no one-off.
Caleb Plant gonna knock down heaven and earth. Caleb Plant gonna knock down heaven and earth for that fight. You crazy? He's taking that fight. That's life-changing money. He's taking it.
Caleb Plant will take that fight, but will Al Heyman take that fight?
Caleb Plant don't need Al Heyman to take that fight. Caleb Plant is his own is the fighter. He tell Al to make the fight. Al don't have a choice but to make the fight.
No, that is a lie.
No.
That is a big lie.
Sean Porter, perfect example.
Exactly.
Sean was saying he was advised he couldn't. Yeah.
Is Caleb Plant scheduled to fight anybody? Is he scheduled to fight anybody? I mean, he fought a while ago.
No,
he's sitting down.
He was coming off a hand injury.
He keeps saying September.
He's sitting around.
You remember, Matt Chad? He hurt his hand. He's coming off the injury. That's why he didn't get the knockout. So he said September is his next date. He keeps saying September, and we know September is the next Mexican holiday. We know that,
right?
He's suspended. He's suspended until July.
What up, Mike?
Okay.
What up, man?
I mean, Shelby, no, I would love to see the fight. It's just PBC track record, man. I'm skeptical, man. I am skeptical.
The promoter cannot tell the fighter who he can and cannot fight. The fighter makes that decision. That's everywhere.
You say that in theory, but that is not the way it works in boxing. And we know that. We know Al Heyman runs the PBC. Them dudes fight who they are told. And they have said that on more than one occasion. Kenny Porter is on
They some damn idiots. Then they some damn dummies and some idiots, and they should leave that motherfucker. They stupid. You're telling me the fuck I'm gonna fight, who I'm not gonna fight. You stupid.
It's kind of hard to leave when you're getting $1 million to fight cab drivers.
Shit, you can fight if the Canelo fight happens. If Canelo calls my phone and Al Heyman says anything but when and where, your ass is fired.
Yeah, but it's a contract situation. Like this dude is locked in. Al Heyman ain't no fucking dummy.
Take me to court. Fuck you. Your ass is fired.
But then you still don't get the fight. You see what I'm saying? You still don't have the fight. So you could take that route. But I think fucking with Al Heyman on that, you will find yourself hard pressed fighting anywhere you cross Al Heyman.
That's crazy that they're gonna have a promoter have that kind of power. That makes no sense.
Yeah, definitely is. I mean, shit. It go back to the days of Don King. When Don King was running the show, we got to see the fights that we wanted to see because he was the sole promoter. He was like the Dana White of the night.
Let me give you a history lesson. When Ali fought Foreman, right?
Uh-huh.
His purse was a guaranteed $5 million for the fight. After the fight, Don King came in that motherfucking dressing room with 2.5. Now this is documented. Ali told him, I don't know what the fuck you gonna do or how you gonna do it. But when I get back to Los Angeles, you better have my money or somebody finna come holler at your ass. When he got back to LA, Don King had that goddamn money.
And I believe that because you had the Nation of Islam there. So that's a whole nother ball game. But
you know what I'm saying?
One person that didn't get their money was Zab Jr.
Yeah, Zab got fucked. Zab said that.
Yeah.
I saw that interview. Zab said that. Zab got fucked.
Zab said he gipped him out of $1.5 million. So, you know, it's different strokes for different folks.
Exactly. You're right about that, brother. You are absolutely right on that one. Shit, Larry Holmes said he fought for Don King. He left Don King. He fought for Don King in 1979. He had 7 fights and he made $700. 7 fights, $700. He said, okay, I know what I'm going to do. As soon as I get these belts, I'm out of here. And in 1983, when he got that last belt, fuck you, Don, I'm gone. I got all the belts. I can do what I want.
Yeah. But
well, Spence say he got. Didn't Spence say he his own boss though? He say he the big fish, right? The big $8 million fish, right?
Yeah, he said that, but his movements don't dictate that.
Let me ask you this: how you the big fish, and your net worth is $8 million, and Ali was making $8 million in 1974?
Yeah.
So how you the big fish? Explain that to me. Make it make sense, y'all.
I always pointed to the fact that he said he his own boss, but every time it's time to make a fight, you gotta call Al Heyman. Why don't you call Al Heyman and you tell him you want to fight?
Boss. Boss. Unless it ain't like that, right? Unless that ain't the case.
Yeah, and that's the way it appears to be.
Okay, look, I want to talk about Demetrius Andrade calling out Canelo Alvarez.
That was a beautiful move.
Yeah, and Canelo said,
beautiful move.
I'm never going to fight you. I will never fight you. You ain't fought nobody. So it's a whole bunch of bullshit that I heard.
But you know what, H?
Do you know what?
Here's the problem with that.
That was garbage, bro. Let me just say this. That was garbage on Canelo. So what? You know, I like Canelo. He's a great fighter. But when you say, I will never fight you, and you got history with this man. Y'all been champions in the same weight class twice at 154 and 160. So I want to know what the Canelo fanboys got to say. since a lot of these Canelo fanboys, they like to call other people fanboys, right, Sheldon Moore? They like to call
Well, listen,
Earl Spence fanboys, and then they like to call Deontay Wilder fanboys. But what about you being a Canelo Alvarez fanboy? Because you won't say shit about Demetrius Andrade calling him out. And he been calling him out. And Canelo ducked undisputed with Andrade. Let's talk about that.
Okay, and I'm not a Canelo fanboy. And Canelo did duck that undisputed.
Bro, I ain't talking about you, bro. I'm talking about certain channels.
But here's the thing. What Demetrius Andrade did was beautiful, but he did it at the wrong time. And let me explain.
That was the right time, in front of all the cameras.
No, wrong time. Let me explain.
That was the right time.
Let me explain. He did it at the wrong time because he knows Canelo is going for all the belts, right? So what you do is let Canelo get that 4th belt against Plant. After the Plant fight, when Canelo got all 4 of the belts and he's undisputed, then you do that. Look, I want to fight you.
Bro,
hold on. I want to fight you. I'm crashing your press conference. I'm putting in my paperwork on Monday to move to 168. I'm the WBO champion, and I'm enforcing my mandatory, and I want to fight you. Now Canelo has nowhere to run. He can either vacate all the belts and leave, or he can fight the guy.
Let me say,
you know Canelo will vacate.
Yeah, he did.
Let him vacate. Let him vacate.
He done it in the past to Triple G. He done it plenty of times. So now let me say this. Listen, let's talk about some real shit, bro. Ain't no time and a place for anything, nigga. When you see a motherfucker, you gonna turn up, my nigga. I ain't gotta wait for nothing, nigga. If I see this nigga, I'm like, let me talk. I'm gonna turn up on sight. Let's stop making excuses to protect Canelo. He don't want to fight Andrade. He said, I will never fight you. Never fight you. What is that? And these niggas over here capping for this motherfucker, bro.
Because he's not in the corner. Because he's not in the corner and he doesn't have to.
Let me fucking talk. Because he had a chance to be undisputed at 160 with Andrade. And he left. He left the division. Now you say he should wait until he fight Caleb Plant. Nah, fuck that. We gonna turn up on your ass in front of all of the cameras, in front of the whole world. He did what he was supposed to do. Now let's talk about Eddie Hearn. Canelo could have said after Caleb Plant, I will fight you. Why he didn't say that? Why he say I will never fight you?
He's not gonna fight him. But even more so, Andrade fed right into what Canelo was saying. Canelo told him, you ain't fought nobody. Do you know what Andrade's response was to that? It's a whole lot of other.
I'm asking, who did Rocky Fielding fight to get a Canelo fight?
Nobody, but I'm talking about Andrade. Andrade told him.
Who did Caleb Plant fight then? According to Canelo's,
Caleb Plant got a belt. So that's out of there.
Rocky Fielding had a belt.
Right?
Exactly. That's how they got the fights. He got a belt.
But Andrade had a belt at 160.
We talking about
wait. Andrade had a belt at 160. They was champions. It was the same situation. Canelo had 3 belts. All he had to do was fight Andrade to be undisputed, and he left the fucking weight class, dog. Let's be real. Let's be real, bro.
Because he didn't want to fight him. He wanted to fight somebody. He wanted to fight somebody easier.
Exactly. That's that whole shit, Sheldon. Rocky Fielding,
of course.
Yildirim,
of course.
What did Yildirim do to get a chance? Are you serious?
He was a sparring partner. That's his buddy. Of course he got a chance.
And then, of course. Sheldon, the only reason why I turned up, because I seen you on the other channel today, and they ain't said shit about Andrade. And that dude being a Canelo fanboy and an Anthony Joshua fanboy.
Hey, man, look.
I'm just
like I said on another channel, I'm going to say it here. I believe it was the wrong time. You paint that motherfucker into a corner where his bitchness has to be exposed. Okay, motherfucker, you got all 4 belts. There's nobody else up here to fight. You won't fight Benavidez, so you fight me, because I'm putting my paperwork in Monday to move up to 68. I want to fight. I'm right here. What's happening? Now, if he bitch out and vacate, he's a bitch. But if he's a man, he'll take the fight.
Sheldon, he bitched out at 160. He bitching out
This
right
we
now.
ain't talking about 160. That's the past. We at 168, and you got all the belts, and I'm here.
He left the division.
And I'm here.
He left the whole division to duck Andrade. He left 154. He ducked him there, and guess what, bro? Hey, like I said, that channel.
And that would show that Andrade's a dog. That would show that Andrade's a dog because I'm at 168 again. You gonna duck me again? Because I'm at 68. You gonna duck me again? It makes him a bitch.
That shit was whack, bro. I'm gonna be real with you, bro. And then Eddie Hearn right there. Eddie Hearn ain't gonna say he ain't trying to make the fight happen with Andrade. He say get Boo Boo leave. You got to get out of here. Try to kick him out the press conference
because Eddie Hearn works for Canelo, bro. Eddie Hearn works for Canelo.
Eddie Hearn on Canelo's nutsack on his fucking jock. You know what I'm saying? You got these.
He works for Canelo. What do you expect? That's what he worked for.
Let me say this.
Canelo got some good English, H-Money. He knows some good English.
All he said was, fuck you. He disrespected the dude's dad, but you don't want to fight him. Canelo, I respect Canelo. He's a great fighter, but this dude is clearly ducking Demetrius Andrade. Matter of fact, Canelo did an interview with Brian Custer from Showtime, and they asked him about fighting Boo Boo, and he was like, next question. He didn't want to answer the question about Boo Boo. That's how you know he's ducking that.
But the problem was,
I think
Canelo ended up making Andrade look dumb and like was kind of clown him. Even though I don't disagree with what Andrade did. I like the fact that he called him out, but he picked the wrong time to do it, and I didn't like the way he went about it. Like if you're gonna bring your father with you to call someone out, and your father's gonna be there talking shit, you can't get mad when the fighter whose press conference it is gonna start talking shit back to you. I mean that's just the way it is. Or they don't be like, "Don't say that to my father," or whatever. I just feel like Andrade kind of looked like a clown at the end of that.
Did.
Man. Like, you know
He definitely did.
Now,
I agree.
Canelo looked like, to me, it made Canelo just look like a duck, and it confirms that he never wanted to smoke with this guy. And he said, "I would never fight you, bro." That's what it looked like to me. He said, "Who have you fought?" When you hear another fighter say, "Who have you fought?" You got to do that. I like when fighters say, "I'll fight anybody. Anybody can get it right." That's what I want to hear.
So with Canelo saying that, it's time for Andrade to move on. He has already let you know.
Are we going to confirm that's a duck then?
That's a duck. No, it was a duck. It's not a duck now because Andrade does not fight at 168. He has not vacated his title and he has not moved up. So I can't consider it a duck. I can't consider it a duck now. I definitely agree. He ducked him at 160. But Andrade fights at 160 and Canelo fights at 168. Until you move up, until you vacate and say, "Hey, I'm campaigning at 168," all the Canelo talk is nonsense.
Well, he said he wants to fight, which means he wants to move up. And Canelo
but
said,
he hasn't.
No, wait, hold up. Canelo said you will never get the fight, and then let's leave it at that, bro. You will never get the fight. He don't want to fight this dude. He didn't want to fight him in the past, and he said it yesterday. He don't want to fight him now. So let's just move past that. So these niggas saying, I hear people saying, "Oh, who will beat Canelo? Can anybody beat Canelo?" Man, listen, bro. Shelton Moore, I seen you on a Canelo fanboy channel a second ago. That same dude is an Anthony Joshua dick sucker, but he always called Wilder fanboys, and he called Earl Spence the LDBC fanboys. But you doing the same shit for your favorite fighter, who is Anthony Joshua, sucking his dick backwards, and also you kissing Canelo's ass, bro. And Canelo can beat before, so we know Canelo
backwards.
For real, these niggas, bro. I don't know what's up with these niggas. And they got the nerve to call everybody else fanboys, but he over here licking Canelo's ass, bro. This shit is sad, bro.
Damn, man.
You gotta admit though, man, Canelo right now, man.
He is great. He great, Mike. I agree. He great.
I mean, I don't even like him. I'm not even really a big fan of Canelo. I think he left G, but right now, I don't see anyone fucking with him. I just can't. I just don't see it.
Yeah, not right now. Not at this point. Somebody definitely gonna have to step up and show that they got the skill to beat that man. Because as of right now, I got him pound for pound.
But who do we have that could even, other than the 175 pounders, who could really even possibly test him? I mean, David Benavidez maybe, but no one even can test him. Like, no, he easily fights the rest of that division.
See, the only thing that worried me about Benavidez is he get hit too much.
Right, he does.
That's what throws me about Benavidez.
He can't afford to get hit by Canelo with the way
That flush.
Canelo is so strong. If you look at
Right.
that guy, he's getting stronger and stronger. I mean, he's got the strength of a goddamn heavyweight, man. Like, that guy is powerful, motherfucker. Like, he hits you, that shit's gonna fucking hurt. There's no question about it.
So, I can see Benavidez going up out of there quicker than Billy Joe.
BN Boxing, what's good, BN?
What's going on? What's going on, man? I'm trying to get in on the action, man.
I feel free. Go ahead, brother. Go for it.
Yeah, I was talking about forwards Demetrius Andrade crashing Canelo's post-fight conference. That was a hell of a move, man. That was a hell of a move. Shots out to him. He pretty much told the world and told Canelo to his face, I want this fight. If Canelo don't make it happen, bro, it's a straight duck, regardless of the weight class. They can work that shit out. You know what I'm saying?
What is there to work out? He doesn't fight at the weight class.
But this man been following him forever, bro.
I understand.
This dude.
I understand. And it has gotten you nowhere, yet you still haven't fought anybody. And his response...
Who have Canelo fought? Who was Yildirim? Who was Yildirim?
Hold on, wait a minute.
Who was Liam Smith?
I hear you. But Andrade's response to you haven't fought anybody was, well, there's a whole lot of people who haven't fought anybody. So he confirmed to Canelo that he has fought no one.
That's right. That's right. That was a bad look.
Played right into that man's hands. He said, well, there's a lot of people that haven't fought anybody. So you agree with him saying you fought nobody, and this is why he's telling you you're not going to get the fight.
But at the end of the day, man, Canelo is afraid to fight him.
I don't think he's afraid. I just think he's not fighting. I've seen too much from Canelo to say he's afraid.
Why would Canelo be afraid to fight Andrade?
Because Andrade is an awkward fighter, bro. A lot of people
Billy Saunders is an awkward, but he's the same kind.
But he had no power.
Like Billy Joe. He's not going to be able to hurt Canelo. If Canelo doesn't respect your power, you're done.
Billy Joe Saunders no power.
He's not going to respect it.
And did anybody see Andrade's last fight?
Yeah, I saw it. I think he looked great.
Yeah, I seen it. He didn't look too good. I think it was a little bit of ring rust involved.
I do too. I definitely do.
He looked like he always does to me. He looked like he always does. That's what he does, man. He's an awkward lefty. He hasn't lost in fucking 30 years. Boo Boo's a tough fighter. No one wants to fight him. The proof is in the pudding. No one wants to fight Boo Boo. And he's until he fights someone again, though. I just want to see him fight one because he's getting nowheres with Canelo, like D Nice was saying. You got to make a different move somewheres, you know. And I get where they could work it all out and all. And I get Shelton's angle at the wrong time. I get H Money saying, call it out fucking now. I get it all. But I just want to see Boo Boo fight someone again because his time is, he's not a young kid. He's not an old guy. But, you know, I like to see him fight because he's that style of fighter. He has a lot of people rooting against him. And he really makes the fight awkward to watch. And, I do get him. I'm a fan of Boo Boo, and I can't wait to watch him fight again.
I'd like to see him fight Triple G or Jamal Charlo would be a great fight for him, I think.
Charlo not fighting, but I would love to see that Triple G and Andrade. I think that'd be great.
Eddie Hearn ain't going to even give him that fight. Eddie Hearn been bullshitting, bro. Real talk. Eddie Hearn ain't going to give Boo Boo that Triple G fight.
I think Triple G not gonna take that fight.
Triple G.
Yo, Brotherhood, what's good, Brotherhood?
What's good, bro?
I don't think Triple G taking that fight.
Frank Warren gave Andrade his best fight, and he ain't even his promoter. That's a damn shame.
Eddie Hearn bullshit. He got Canelo. That's all he care about is Canelo and Anthony Joshua. Well, what about Devin? What about Devin Haney? What about Devin Haney and Demetrius Andrade, bro?
I hear you, H, but put yourself in a promoter's position. If you had Canelo, wouldn't that be the only person you gave a fuck about?
Nah, not really, bro. You got a lot of fighters. You still got Devin Haney, Andrade now, bro.
And that's not to say he don't give a fuck about them, but Canelo is his priority number one right now. Don't nothing go over Canelo, and rightfully so. Canelo's the cash cow.
Do the Lakers care more about LeBron James than they do fucking Kuzma?
That's a fact.
That's a good point.
That's a fact.
That's good. There you go, Chad.
They all on the same team, but one person gonna take precedent over the other. And right now, that's Canelo.
No, but you can't say that. That's not a good comparison because I don't see LeBron James and Kuzma being able to fight each other or play one-on-one and shit like that. So we talking about two guys that's on the same stable and shit like that, bro.
Yeah, no,
y'all making it seem like they on the same team, like they competing with each other. No, they competing.
No, how you get treated though by Canelo getting treated. You know, the treatment of your boss. Like I'm saying, Patrick Mahomes gets a lot better treatment by the Kansas City Chiefs, you know, the general manager, than the fucking offensive lineman.
That's a fact.
I mean, I understand what y'all saying, but no, that's fucked up. That ain't how it's supposed to be. Eddie Hearn,
it's not.
Eddie Hearn,
it's not, but that's how it is.
But can I say this though? Andrade already knew this shit. He just resigned. So this is what the hell he wanted.
That's what he wanted.
That shit. So he's getting what he asked for.
There you have it. There you have it.
Nah, he asked for Triple G, Billy Joe Saunders, and Canelo. That's what he asked for.
And he had Billy Joe, but Billy Joe pulled out.
Yeah, drugs in the
Triple G and the other two ducks.
And I agree. I definitely believe they duck, but Andrade has done himself no favors. You have to make the fans demand.
What the fuck are you supposed to do?
I mean,
he looked crazy, bro. He looked crazy.
You gotta fight. Y'all saying what is he supposed to do? He's supposed to do something that's gonna get him to fight.
Mike.
What? Nobody. No. The point is, y'all don't respect no middleweights outside the top three. So who the fuck he gonna fight to get y'all respect?
That's
and the top three ducking him.
That is
ain't nothing he can do. He fought all of the top 10.
I'm saying, okay, then if it's nothing he can do, then he need to move on and go on about his business. Move up.
He need to retire, right?
No, he don't need to retire. He should move up. He should go to 175.
Let me say this. Mike, he did exactly what he was supposed to do last night. Crash Canelo shit. Let the world know. Let everybody know.
I agree. I agree.
I like the call out. I like the call out. But I didn't think he went about it in the right way, and I think he came off looking bad.
He did. Canelo made him look foolish out there, and he answered the question about fighting nobody foolishly. Yeah, it's a whole lot of people that don't fight nobody. Exactly. I don't fight nobody, but it's a whole lot of people that don't. It's like
Canelo fighting those other guys that ain't fighting nobody. That was his point.
But he's fighting champions.
Yeah, okay, but you just agreed that you don't fight nobody. So you don't even have a leg to.
What does that matter if you fighting other people that don't fight nobody? Fight me too, goddammit. And you somebody. So I want to fight you. You somebody.
It don't matter to you.
Let me fight you.
It matters to Canelo. You see what I'm saying?
Canelo. Ain't Canelo somebody though? Can we all agree?
Yeah.
Okay then. He trying to fight somebody. He ain't fought nobody. Ain't Canelo somebody? It sounds like a solution. Now y'all get in the ring.
Now y'all get in the ring
Canelo. Know what's up.
He's not fighting Canelo.
Y'all got every excuse for that nigga, man.
I ain't got no excuse for him. I'm telling you what Canelo said. Canelo said he's not fighting. I agree that he ducked him at 160. I agree that he had ducked him at 154, but Canelo's at 168 now, and he told Andrade, "You not getting the fucking fight." So what are you gonna do, Andrade? That's on you.
I'm saying you telling Andrade what he should do. Ain't shit he can do at this point. That's the whole point. Ain't nothing he can do. But keep fighting those guys that he been fighting and keep getting disrespected. He getting disrespected for doing what he's supposed to do.
Andrade can go collect the rest of the belt at 160. There's Triple G's got a belt. Jamal Charles got a belt. I think he can make it his own weight class. Why is he going to chase Canelo?
Don't Triple G got the WBA?
Please tell me when Triple G's going to fight him.
That WBA belt?
When does?
I mean, don't Canelo got the WBA at 168? I got a question. Don't Canelo got that WBA belt at 160? Yeah. At 160 still?
Yeah,
at 160.
I don't know. Actually, I think he vacated his 160 belt.
He's the franchise at 160.
No, the WBA.
Franchise at 160.
No, the WBA though.
Canelo or Triple G?
No, Canelo. Does Canelo have
Triple G?
He's a franchise at 160.
Triple G got the IBF and the IBF.
Yeah,
Triple G don't have the WBA.
I don't think Canelo has a belt at 160 anymore, other than the franchise.
I think he got the WBA. So who the WBA champion at 168 then?
I don't know.
Let's look it up.
160? 160, you mean?
You said 160 or 168?
No, 160. I'm sorry.
Murata, bro. Ryota Murata.
He's a champion.
That's right. Yeah, Brotherhood's right. If you stop,
He got elevated. He a champ. So yeah, y'all put him on that same fucking that same type of time because his ass need to fight somebody too, since everybody else needs to.
So I got a question for Brotherhood. I got one question for Brotherhood. Did Demetrius Andrade make you a fan yesterday of him by calling out Canelo like that? Do you like him more?
Yes. That's what he's showing me. He trying, and he's showing me he want to fight. Canelo showing me the opposite. He asked that man a simple question. He said, "When can we make a fight?" And Canelo's response was to get angry. He dodged the question. He never answered the question. That's the whole point. He never answered the question. So that mean he don't want to fight, right? That means one guy want to fight. One guy want to fight. Andre want to fight, and Canelo don't. End of story. We know what's up.
Canelo said that. He said you're not getting the fight.
Yeah, so that's a dump, bro.
Yeah, I'm glad he said Canelo, Andrade, Charlo, and Triple G were the only three fighters. Andrade and Charlo since 154. You understand what I'm saying? And Canelo is just his tune changed. I think if you can't recognize that, then there's no point in debating about it. You know, that's what brother was saying. If y'all can't recognize from 154 to 160 that Canelo's been avoiding those two guys, and everyone keeps saying, well, they need to go do. Who the fuck are they going to go fight, bro? Who? Triple G not doing that shit. He denied it. Jaime Munguia ain't going to do it. That's another top fighter. So who? But listen. So I'm not going to keep support. Me personally, I'm not going to keep supporting Canelo. I don't really give a fuck about Caleb Plant. I never give a fuck about Billy Joe saying this. I don't really give a fuck. No. That's not what it is. Until he fight them, then he gonna get credit because them niggas can box. They box, they fight, they gonna hit you in your shit. Them other niggas, they ain't gonna back down, they ain't gonna do that pussy shit. They ain't got pussy in their blood. I'm gonna tell the honey, I'm not supporting pussy shit. Billy Joe was like a pussy. I expect Kid to take I expect Kid to sell his belt soon. That's what I'm saying.
Charlo ducked
and them want to beat that man up. We saw that with Derek Check. We beat that motherfucker up. Liam Williams got his ass beat the fuck up. They gonna beat these guys up. They want to beat somebody the fuck up, and Canelo's the one they want to beat up. Them other guys don't want to beat shit up. They just want to go out there and get that paycheck.
Charlo don't want to beat up Andre.
No, he want to beat Andre in the improper. That's what that is. Whatever it is, I don't know. I really don't get it.
Then Andre.
But either way, the denominator is. The question is, well, who they gonna fight? Y'all not gonna buy the fucking fight by Andre and Charlo fight, and that's a fact. Y'all gonna be like, well, they don't sell. It's always gonna be some gay ass new fucking narrative with y'all. That's the whole problem. It's gonna be, well, they didn't sell this. Well, look at Charlo's sales. Look at his sales for him and his brother for some good opponents. They ain't sell shit. That faggy shit, bro. Because niggas is hoes. Next time niggas buying that fight, y'all motherfuckers going here to go watch fucking Canelo fight fucking Gildren and Billy Ho Sanders, yo, and saying that's a good fight. The motherfucker taking pads, my nigga. And that's what I'm saying. It's the corny shit. It's just corny shit. It's the corny shit. That motherfucker took pads, dodged Andre, but niggas over here giving this punk ass nigga credit. But then we gonna tell it's just corny shit, bro. It's just corny at the world. That's what we saying. Andre ain't popping dirty, Charlo ain't popping dirty. They fighting the motherfuckers that had to fight because punk ass Triple G and Canelo playing fucking games at 160, 168. Canelo's playing the fucking
Charlo at 154.
I don't know. I heard he had business issues with fucking Rock Nation. I heard Rock Nation. There was some Rock Nation shit, and I don't know. I don't got to do that man plots. All I do know is that when he came down, he undisputed. Canelo ass took off, and he went to Mauricio Suleiman, like we saw yesterday with Mauricio Suleiman. This big fat ass jumped in that ring with that Sleezo belt to go throw that shit on Canelo's shoulders.
I'm trying to make a point that y'all keep jumping over.
That man, we know that motherfucker exercise, so you know what he was running for.
Y'all keep jumping over the point though.
It ain't no point. Canelo is bullshit. Wait a minute. It's a narrative that them niggas don't fight nobody, bro. So you don't gotta fight them, bro. That's it. If you can't, they not have no fucking body, yo. They want to beat the best. Y'all keep saying Canelo the best.
Charlo just ducked Andre.
Listen, yo, y'all saying Canelo the best by him beating fucking bums and hoe ass niggas, bro. Niggas out there can't even fucking box. That's basically Charlo said in this whole thing about us. These niggas can't fight. But he's a fucking bum. He's a bum. What kind of boxer throw his fucking head? What boxer gonna throw his head in the middle of fucking punches? And nigga keep punching.
Joe was a bum.
That's say your trainer a bum and you a bum. If we gonna talk boxing, That bomb shit real. Don't no fucking boxer throw his motherfucking head down like that. Your trainer gonna say, pick your fucking shit up. This trainer ain't say shit. That's why they said, we got our 4 million, let's go. That punk ass shit, man. I've been nice to this shit, yo. Andre ain't no bum, yo. Come on, my guy. He turned Keith Thurman ass up. We still ain't seen Earl Keith Thurman. You know why? Listen, Andre the truth, bro. He can box, yo. If Triple G would have gave him his fight, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. So all that corny shit about who did he fight, get your punk weird ass in there.
But he didn't.
Stop. He has that type of power. We see Eddie Hearn. That's why Eddie Hearn punk ass was laughing when he was sitting there, bro. It wasn't shit funny. He's supposed to say, no, Canelo, you need to fight Andre. We can make this fight ASAP. We ain't seen shit come out of his motherfucking mouth. That's the problem with y'all, bro. He said right there, bro. He should say this is the next best fight. DAZN gives DAZN needs this fight. He ain't say none of that shit, bro.
It's not the next best fight.
It is the next best fight, bro.
No, it's not. Caleb Plant is a better fight than Andre.
Definitely a better fight. Demetrius Andre doesn't have the power. Canelo's not going to respect his power, and if Canelo doesn't respect your power,
it's not about power, bro. It's about putting something together. Billy Joe really wasn't putting shit together. He was trying to fucking run. That's why when Canelo called me, said, oh shit, it was damn near 15 seconds left in certain rounds. And Billy just standing there looking at this motherfucker. That's punk shit, bro. Hit that motherfucker and get the round. He ain't want to do shit. He soft.
I'm talking about Andre being the next best fight.
What they gonna do, bro? He ain't gonna
Andre is not the next best fight.
With that weak ass footwork, bro. He gonna beat the shit out of Canelo, bro. I'm telling y'all. He can't sit there and let that weak ass shit. That shit not gonna fly with him, bro.
Performance, I'm not sure.
Let me say this.
How has complaint
I ain't gonna see you no more, so stay blessed.
Do y'all know Canelo WBC mandatory is at 168? David Benavidez. And that's who's gonna beat his ass.
He ain't fighting David, man.
He's not fighting David Benavidez.
Well, he gonna run. Well, then look, if he gonna run from
his fans gonna support it. His fans gonna support it. They gonna say, "Well, yeah, go get Bibble, go get Better Bibble," and them guys gonna sell their belts too, yo. And they gonna, that's all it is. They selling belts. That's what they on there. They selling their belts to make Canelo good. That's all it is. I've been caught onto this bullshit. They selling their fucking belts. Because Caleb Plant been got off the fights, right? And what he said, well, I can't take it. I can't take it. Now he just sitting around waiting on Canelo, and he gonna be fucking dusty as shit when he get in there. Canelo gonna dust his ass off.
Can I ask you?
And niggas gonna say, yeah, he beat the best fighter in the world. How the fuck he beat the best fighter in the world? He ain't fighting nobody.
Can I ask a question? Can I ask one question? What puts Andrade head over shoulders over everybody else that Canelo could fight?
Skills pay the bills. A lot of dudes ain't got them.
And that puts him over Plant?
Way more skills. If they homeboys, but Andrade the better boxer. That's just genetic.
I don't agree.
That's genetic.
Yeah, I don't agree.
That's genetic.
A lot of background. Somebody got a lot of background. Like if somebody doing something, you got to put yourself on.
That shit loud.
Yo, DJ, is that you? I hear a lot of. Okay. But yeah, the thing is this: Andrade just created a buzz yesterday, though. D Nice, he went out there and stole the show. Now people want to see Canelo shut this dude up.
He didn't steal the show. He got made to look like a fool.
No, actually, that's your opinion, bro. I don't look at it like that. To me, Canelo's the one that looked like a fool, saying he ain't never gonna fight this man.
I agree, H Money. I agree.
I don't agree. Right. We talking about a sport where niggas supposed to fight each other, and y'all celebrating a nigga saying I ain't fighting you. What the fuck? I'm not celebrating that man saying he not fighting him. I'm saying that's what that man said. That's
what he said.
I'm saying Canelo.
No, let me say
wait, real quick.
I'm gonna let y'all do it. I'm gonna let y'all go at it. I'm on mute.
No, you can keep cooking, H.
I just wanted to say this. I just wanted to say this. Like D Nice, you said Canelo made him look bad. How he made him look bad? By saying I'm never gonna fight this dude? You don't make somebody look bad by saying I'm never gonna fight you.
No, he made.
Hey, D Nice, that's the same problem. Let me say this. This is the same problem I got with Earl Spence, right? What he doing with Terrence Crawford? You ain't fighting nobody. All of that shit. That's what Canelo's doing to Andrade. That shit is garbage, bro.
I understand that, but the response from Andrade was, yeah, I haven't fought anybody, but so has nobody else. When his response should have been, I'm trying to fight you though. Fuck who I done fought. That's not what he said.
That's what he said. D Nice. That's what he said, right? He said, when we gonna make that fight happen? He said, when we gonna fight?
He did.
That's the first thing he said.
Yeah, that's the first thing he said, bro. But it's cool. I'm gonna let y'all go at it. I'm on mute. I'm gonna listen to y'all.
he admitted though to what Canelo was saying. He said, "Yeah, but there's no one else." So he's accepting the fact that he hasn't fought anyone. That's never do that.
Canelo fought Billy fucking Joe Saunders. People that should say Billy Joe Saunders.
I got it. Bro. Yo, Mike from Boston. Who is he supposed to fight? Who is he supposed to fight, Mike from Boston, when the other champions don't want to fight him? From Charlo, Triple G, and Canelo. The so-called best fighters don't want to fight this dude, and they've been avoiding him. So what is he supposed to do?
Then retire then. Like, what the fuck?
Retire now. He gonna retire. He gonna keep putting. Go ahead, Mike.
He not putting pressure though.
He did put pressure on him.
I'm saying though, I don't think he did. I don't think somebody tell me. Can somebody tell me what did Fielding do? Rocky Fielding, what did he do to get a Canelo fight? Since y'all saying Andrade got to do all this extracurricular shit to get a fight with Canelo. Rocky Fielding got choked. Rocky Fielding got choked. Rocky Fielding got choked by Canelo. But wait. Listen to what you're saying. You're saying that Canelo actually wanted to fight him. I'm hearing what I'm saying, and I have already agreed with that. That's the only difference. I have already agreed with that. You ain't even trying to hear my point. Okay, look, I'm saying, bro, what the fuck did Rocky Fielding do to get the fight? Who did he fight? I agree, bro. Ain't that listening to me? I'm saying, bro. Agree. So it don't. I'm saying, so Canelo already fight people that haven't fought nobody. So you can't use you ain't fought nobody as an excuse. Hey, that's what Andrade. But that's what he used.
He fight those
because that's what he used. It's simple. You telling him what he can't do. That's what he did. No, and you telling Andrade what he should do based on another nigga fucking because it's different strokes for different folks. No, I'm saying you got it backwards. You should be telling Canelo what the fuck he should be doing. Canelo is the cash cow. Canelo is the cash cow. Acting like he got two nuts on his fucking body. Canelo does what he wants, and Andrade does what he can. That's the logistics of boxing right now. Do some other shit, watch tennis or something, bro. Y'all don't want to see niggas fight. I would love to see Andrade fight Canelo. I would love to see that fight. But it's okay. But listen, you saying it's okay if Canelo don't fight Andrade? Because I'm not saying it's okay. I think it's fucked up. I'm talking to whoever said that. I'm talking to whoever said that. I think it was Mike. It was either you or Mike. I'm saying it wasn't me. I just told you it wasn't me. Okay, it was Mike then. That's what I'm talking to then. And you responded. I don't know why then, because that's what I'm talking about. The niggas is celebrating that this man. And you said he right about his resume not being all that great. Okay, you right. But so is Fielding. Fielding ain't that fucking great either. But he's not Fielding. So, he's not Fielding. Can I finish? I'm asking my question. So how is that a good excuse to not fight Andrade? If you can't explain that to me, listen. You can't explain that to me. How it's different. I don't have to explain it. I didn't say it was different. I'm not talking to you. You didn't say it. You talking to the panel, bro. I'm talking to Mike. I'm answering. I'm talking to Mike, bro. You ain't saying it. You didn't say it. I'm talking to who said it.
Let me respond to that, okay? The thing is that Demetrius Andrade, if he was going to do this, if he was going to call out Canelo, he should have done it at a different time. Back when Canelo was at 160, it would have made a lot more sense. Now, Canelo has a fight lined up with Caleb Plant to be undisputed at 168. He has no reason to fight Demetrius Andrade. So right now, it doesn't make sense for the fight to happen. It made sense back when Canelo was at 160.
Mike,
Demetrius Andrade is even at 168.
He gave you an answer. Mike, no, bro. I'm about to respond. I got your answer, but I'm saying that's pure bullshit, and I'm gonna tell you why. Did Canelo say, "Damn, bro, you gonna ad-lib everything"?
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, bro.
Go ahead.
Okay, well, go ahead, Jeezy. But did this man sit up here on this fucking press conference and say, "I'm fighting Plant first, so I ain't fighting you right now. I'll fight you later"? Or did he say, "I ain't fighting you at all"? Which one was it? I ain't fighting you at all. Exactly. So what this Plant shit that Mike just came up with, talking about he got a fight lined up, where'd that come from? It still makes sense though, because what he said was he's fighting Caleb Plant next, and it doesn't make any sense to fight Andrade right now. Like that's the fact of the matter. Who said he wanted to fight him right now? Andre's question was, he said, let's make the fight. Listen. Andre's question was, when can I fight you? He didn't say right now. He asked him. It could have been 2 years from now. Canelo didn't answer the fucking question though. Canelo
did answer the question.
Canelo could have said 2023 for all we fucking.
He answered the question.
Say you want to fight, bro.
He don't want to fight though.
Canelo answer was he said Canelo's answer was you ain't fought nobody. Coming from him just coming out of a fight of a guy who popped dirty against Andrade and then denied he was getting ready to fight him before the Canelo fight. Right? And that's facts. And he pulled out he pulls away from that fight. They were negotiating, he pulls away again. And then Canelo has the audacity to say you ain't fought nobody. And this is what I'm saying about guys selling their belts. Once I saw Billy pull away from the Andrade fight, I knew then and there he was selling his fucking belt. He's not no fucking champion. He not no fucking dog. He ain't shit. And y'all motherfuckers keep giving these motherfucking bums credit, bro. They don't get no credit, no time over here, bro. No time. I play a lot, but he's a fucking bum, bro. I ain't giving that motherfucker no credit. He popped dirty. He went in there, he's swinging his motherfucking head. I ain't never seen that motherfucker fight a day in my life. I watched that fight, I said, this nigga can't box, man. The fuck is this? Canelo calling these motherfuckers, y'all calling anybody champions, bro. Anybody champions, bro. Like, this guy ain't no champion. He popped dirty one time, then he pulled out a fight with a guy, and then they gonna say that this man ain't fought nobody. You fighting my leftovers, basically. His punk ass popped dirty because he was scared of me. So what the fuck? Canelo keep playing the narratives. Y'all keep into Canelo narratives. He's scared of that man, bro. That's sad to say. He fought cold Floyd Mayweather, but he's scared to fight Andrade. Andrade, this so-called ain't fought nobody, but he won't get his ass in there and fight him. And just 154, 160, just fight him, bro. I don't care about the Plant. The Plant fight gonna be there. Plant got that belt. He ain't going. Who gonna take Plant, bro? He injured, right? Make the fight. He just fought motherfucking Yildirim, right? That was supposed to be a good fight. If Andrade ain't fought nobody, do him like you did fucking Yildirim, and then make the Plant fight. Come on, man. Y'all niggas keep making excuses. This is what I'm saying. You see how simple I just solved the situation? The same way I solved it. He fought Yildirim, right? He fought Phil. He fought Caleb, right? But now all of a sudden he can't fight Andrade. That man is pussy, bro. He pussy.
Right, who did Leon
Y'all keep defending them pussy ass cats, man. Stop defending him, bro. He's pussy. Saying like Andrade said he a bitch, he pussy, bro. That's what he is, yo. Fuck all that, man. He don't get no passes, bro. He can fight Yildirim, he can fight Caleb, but all of a sudden he can't fight Andrade because he ain't fought nobody. Bitch, you just fought fucking Yildirim, and then all of a sudden your Billy Joe fight already signed, sealed. Come on, man, get the fuck out of here, yo. He's a clown, bro. Just say you scared of that man publicly. Just be real. He get no stripes. He gets no stripes. We taking all his stripes. Fight that man, yo.
You see, you notice when
it should be just like that. I don't know why it's complicated and shit.
Hey, you notice something though, Brotherhood and DJ, everybody on the panel. Once Andrade's name is brought up with Canelo, there's all type of excuses and this and that. That shit is crazy, bro. You know what I mean? So one thing, Canelo gonna have to fight this dude Andrade. To be honest with you, because people always bring that name up. Well, Canelo ain't fight Andrade. You know what I mean? So Andrade did something right. Go ahead.
I would like to see the fight, but I'm not convinced that Andrade beats Canelo.
I'm not
even. We gotta see it to find out though.
Beat Canelo.
I
always thought he could beat Canelo. Matter of fact,
I don't think he can beat Canelo right now.
I think Canelo doesn't think he could beat Andrade. That's why he don't want to fight him. That's why he didn't go for that. Let me finish. That's why he never went for that undisputed fight at 160 with him. That's why he never fought him at 154. He know he can't beat Andrade.
I don't believe that. Look, H-Money, he contradicted himself too. He contradicted himself in his article. But bro, Canelo said Demetrius Andrade, maybe he's a good fighter, but he's just boring. Remember he said that?
Bullshit.
But at the press conference, he all of a sudden said, "You a terrible fighter. You a terrible fighter."
Yeah,
but first he was a good fighter. Okay, so which one is it, Canelo? We all want to know.
Let me ask you gentlemen a question. As if you were Andrade at this point, after this press conference, what do you do?
What do you do? Keep going at his neck like the man should.
But up until then, who
Canelo got the key to the city. He can't. Andre gotta get past Canelo, or else his career gonna always be irrelevant. So he doing what he's supposed to do by chasing the best.
the best guy like he's supposed to. Ain't this what the fans supposed
Mike,
to want?
why he won't fight him? Why Canelo won't fight him? A true champion to fight anybody, bro. Why
You just
not
heard
fight
him
him?
say it though. He just said it last night. He's not gonna fight him.
That's
man.
whack though. That's why I disagree with
whack.
Canelo.
That ain't
That's the
a
only beef I
reason.
got with Canelo.
But
That's the only
that
beef
was-
I got with Canelo right now, bro. That's the only beef I got with him.
But he's not gonna fight him anytime soon. So right now he should focus on his own shit and get the belt at 160.
Bro,
the weight class that he fights in.
Bro, why is the
weight
response
class
to
that he fights
Canelo
in.
not wanting him to fight him? Y'all tell Andre what he should do. No, y'all should be telling Canelo what he should be fucking doing. And
First off, Andre needs to move up to 168.
Nah, he don't need to do shit.
Why not? And how the fuck is he gonna fight him if he don't move up to 168?
Because they need to start ducking. That's what
he fights at 160.
But why?
Yeah,
y'all act like that don't mean nothing. Y'all act like that don't mean shit.
Canelo they moved up and down in weight.
Yeah, that's because Canelo is the boss. Canelo is the boss.
He the boss.
Want him
Bro,
to give up.
You see, this what the problem is. This how they look at Canelo as they boss. Or
He ain't no fucking boss.
No.
He don't pay my bills. He don't do shit for me. I pay to watch good fights.
Y'all being
I pay
facetious
to
now,
watch
man.
good fights.
I'm talking about in boxing, man. Come on now, quick, cut.
He ain't no boss. That's that new narrative shit. Get out there. If y'all got the narrative shit, you wouldn't have these problems, bro.
Let me clear it up.
All that business, I'm the boss. I ain't no boss in that
Y'all
shit.
fanboys now.
Why you call that man a boss? He ain't no boss. He don't pay my motherfucking bills. I don't answer that motherfucking guy. My guy.
He's not talking in that fashion.
He say he's the
It
cash
don't mean
cow.
no fashion, so stop using the term. That's stupid, bro.
DJ,
You putting that man on the
listen.
pedestal.
Man, y'all tripping.
No, what he's saying, he's calling him. Let me talk.
Let
What
him
he's
go.
saying, he's calling him the cash cow. When he say he the boss, he's saying Canelo is the cash cow. That's all that he's saying.
Right. I'm
No,
not
we
saying
understand.
he's the boss of
I
nobody's
understand.
life or nothing. That's not what I'm saying. But
I'm not even saying that myself, bro. I don't know how you took it that way. I'm just saying
that's what they say.
Yeah, I'm saying what I'm trying to say is he got a lot of money behind him, but that don't mean we should just accept anything he fucking throw at us. He ain't that type of boss.
No, you don't have to accept it, but he's the law of the land right now. Everybody wants to fight Canelo.
That's the
Everybody.
problem.
That's a narrative. That's all I'm saying. That's the narrative.
But if he's not here, why is it such a hoopla about Andrade fighting Canelo if he's not the man?
Because we the consumers. We pay his bills.
I understand that, but I don't buy none of that shit.
Bro, we got to
See what I'm saying? So I really don't give a fuck, but if damn somebody background loud as fuck.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
But if Canelo isn't the man, why is everybody that wants to fight Canelo? Why is it such a hoopla about Andrade fighting Canelo if Canelo is not the man? Why don't Andrade go fight somebody else?
We all aware that he the man. So why?
That's all I said.
Bro, don't everybody want to? Don't everybody want to beat LeBron in basketball? Don't everybody want to beat Tom Brady? Don't everybody want to beat?
But y'all just said he wasn't the man. Y'all just said
it's two different terms. You're talking money, and then we're talking about people
money.
going.
No, I never was talking money.
No, I'm
talking about his money.
When you have people who come out here saying that guy he's pound for pound #1 and he's the best guy in boxer, he's inevitable, he's impenetrable, and you got people out here calling Canelo a fucking god, my guy.
No,
and then we talking about why does Andrade want to fight him? Because he believes that he's better, way better than him. And looking at Billy Joe Saunders, we knew damn well he wasn't better than no Andrade. Because first and foremost, Andrade ain't pop dirty for no pets. And Andrade ain't sure as hell wasn't ducking no damn Billy Joe Saunders. I know damn well he wasn't ducking no Charlos. It's what Canelo's issue is again. He didn't duck no Charlo, bro.
Yeah, he ducked
We got the PD users getting more respect than the clean fighters. How Charlo and Andre getting less respect than two cheaters like Canelo and Billy Joe? Tell me that.
Do they get less respect in your book?
Yes, they do. That's a
no, I'm
fact.
saying no. I'm saying do Charlo and Andrade get less respect in your book?
That's pointless though.
In what aspect? What do you mean though?
You saying why do they get less respect? I'm saying do you respect them less?
Do I respect them less than Canelo and Billy Joe? No, hell no.
Exactly. So that's all that counts because that's your book.
But
I'm
that's not
saying,
how.
bro,
That's
the
not
masses
boxing,
matter.
bro.
The masses
That
run the
is
sport.
boxing.
I'm just one
Boxing
person.
is all opinionated.
I'm just one person.
That's
The
no, it's not
Exactly.
boxing. Boxing is not opinionated. Boxing is you get your ass in that ring. If a guy come to your press conference and he call you a bitch to your face when your kids and all these people there and you don't fight him, then I believe that you are a bitch at this point. You get
That's
what I'm
an
saying?
opinion.
And
That's an
that's
opinion.
not an opinion. That's
Hey,
not an
That
opinion.
is
That's
an
boxing.
opinion.
That's
Say
how.
it again.
No,
No,
that's
that's
how
an
boxing. That's
opinion.
how. No. When Ali pressed up on Liston, when he pressed up on Frazier, they fought him, right? You see what
You
I'm
talking
saying? And he
about
fought
now.
Frazier. No, we talking about no, that shit change. We ain't gonna be whole shit not flying. That whole shit don't fly, man.
Boxing
I
is
forget
an
because
give me one
opinionated
second.
sport.
y'all
No,
want
give me
guys
one
to get
second.
away with that
Hey,
boss shit. No, fight.
hey, DJ, give me a second. Let me welcome UGC
He
Flame
is
to
the
the channel.
boss of the
Hey,
division.
D Nice.
Them
Let's
niggas
welcome.
cook, bro.
What up,
Okay.
UGC Flame? Everybody subscribe to his channel. Go check him out, D Nice. Brother DJ, Mike from Boston. Yo, UGC, what you thought about Demetrius Andrade crashing Canelo's press conference? And Andrade say he wants to fight him. We all know he always wanted to fight him, but Canelo says he will never fight him, and you ain't fought nobody. What's your thoughts on that? And Eddie Hearn sitting right there laughing with Canelo, and Eddie Hearn kicked Andrade out the press conference too. So what's your thoughts on the whole situation?
Oh, did Eddie Hearn kick him out, or was it the bodyguard that escorted him
Well, Eddie
out?
Hearn was like, go ahead, you can't do this at the press conference. Go ahead, like leave and shit type
Okay.
shit.
Yeah, okay. I
Eddie
mean,
could
we already know what it is, man. Demetrius Andrade done chased this guy out of 2 weight classes, and it's gonna probably be a third. This man go ahead and go up to 68. I mean, it's and the thing about it, Canelo is a spectacular fighter, man. It's just the most extraordinary shit that this dude energy and face change up when they ask him about Demetrius Andrade, man. And I can't. I don't understand this shit, man, because I think Demetrius Andrade would give him problems, but I still favor Canelo to win. But
Me too.
people gotta be honest about the shit, man. Canelo is concerned about that Andrade work, man. I don't know if it's the
I'm big.
dreads, the
Yeah.
height, the southpaw stance, or what, but y'all gotta
Risk,
keep it a stack, man. That dude
risk versus
is bothered
versus
by
reward.
Demetrius.
It's
Nah,
risk versus
don't do
reward, man.
that. Don't. It
Wait a
ain't
minute.
about
Hold
that,
on. Wait
bro.
a minute. Canelo know that
It
that's
ain't
a
about
tough
that,
fight.
bro. Hey,
Hold on. Wait a minute, bro.
All right, go ahead,
Let me
and let me
expound
talk
on
when
it.
you finish.
Got you. Canelo know that that's a tough fight for him. The risk versus reward for fighting Andre at this point is little. He lose everything. He win, they gonna downgrade Andre by saying he fought nobody. That's gonna be the narrative. It don't make sense at this point. I agree he ducked him at 160. I agree he ducked him at 154. Now he at 168. Andre needs to make himself a viable commodity at 168, not 160.
Wow.
He has to make the public want the fight. At this point, nobody is screaming for Andrade. Only diehards. Only diehards are screaming for Andrade.
Are you a diehard?
Yes. I would love that fight.
Are you
Yes,
okay?
yes, I would love that fight. Yes, I would love to see that fight.
Do you give flame to Canelo, or do you give him a pass for ducking that fight for years, bro?
Yeah, I flame him up. He ducked at 154 and 160. But we talking 168 now.
So, but I want to say this, man. I just disagree with you. You talking about low reward, high risk, low reward. It ain't no low reward for Andrade. That's one of the biggest fights in boxing, bro. To me,
no, it's not.
I think that's one of the. It is, man.
No, it's not.
He already fought Billy Joe. He done fought Triple G twice.
Right.
You mean to tell me?
Canelo.
Hold on. Let me talk, my nigga. You mean to tell me Canelo and Demetrius Andrade not gonna sell if that fight get made?
Not really. Off of Canelo.
Man, stop it, bro. Stop it.
I mean,
bro.
Has Andre? Okay, let me ask you a question. Has Andrade ever been on? Has Andrade ever been on pay-per-view?
Was Billy Joe on pay-per-view?
The zone is not pay-per-view, bro. So it's not.
You creating narratives, yo.
I'm not creating narratives
right now, bro.
It ain't got nothing to do with pay-per-view.
Andrade and Canelo is not a big fight.
It's an attractive fight. It is an attractive fight.
It's an attractive fight, but it's not a big fight.
Hey,
but look, UGC, check this out though.
Go ahead.
It don't gotta be an attractive fight or a big fight or whatever you think it needs to be, because I know for a fucking fact that it does more than Liam Smith and Rocky Fielding at the end of the day. Period. So all of that
I'm
shit
not.
about
I'm not sure. I'm not
about
sure
the
it does.
money and he ain't a big
Oh,
fight.
come on,
No,
dog.
I'm
That
not.
sound like
I'm
hater
not
shit
trying
right
to.
there, dog.
I'm not
So
trying
you
to
mean
hear
to
that
tell
shit.
me? Hold
That's
on,
he's
real quick.
scared.
in
That's
boxing.
they know
Canelo and
Canelo won't
Andrade,
lose, man.
Canelo and Andrade ain't gonna do better than the Abney Yildirim fight or the
Yeah, I would say
Callum
that.
Smith.
I don't know
Exactly.
about Callum Smith. I don't know about Callum
Oh
Smith.
man.
Callum Smith
Come
got a
on,
country
man. Who
behind him.
In Texas,
Callum Smith got a
Texas,
country
in
behind
the
him.
U.S.
in the
Don't
U.S.
nobody know.
In the U.S.,
Don't
my dude. In the U.S. though.
don't nobody know who Andrade is.
But they know
Okay,
Callum
Callum
well, hold
Smith
Smith.
on.
got a
Hey,
They
whole
know.
I'm gonna
boxing
They know
counter
Callum
that.
family.
Smith.
I'm gonna
And
counter
Oh
that.
Smith,
God.
I'm gonna counter
But
that,
they
my
know
dude.
Liam Smith. They know
Hey,
Liam Smith and Yildirim though for
no,
sure.
hold
They know them.
on. No. Let me counter that. They do know about Andrade. You know how they know about him? Because of
no, they don't.
Canelo.
No,
Because of Canelo.
no.
He's tired.
I'm not. I'm
They
not
do
buying
know
that.
about him, bro.
Yeah, I'm not
When
buying
they
that.
ask him about him, they know who Andrade is just based on his body language, based on how he responds to him. They know about him
Nah,
because he been chasing this man
nah.
for years, bro. Since 2014, since I've been knowing about it, because I've been
I
following
mean,
the shit.
I just disagree with the fight being as big as y'all think it is. I don't. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, what's
And there's
What?
nothing and there's nothing that Andre has done that shows me that it would be differently. Andre is
man?
the
Stop,
class
bro.
So now the
a
fight got to
Callum
be
It's
Smith.
big.
nothing that Andrade has done that would tell you what.
That the fight would be a big fight.
So what did Liam Smith do to tell you that fight would be a big fight? I would love
He
to
Oh,
know.
didn't do anything, but he got the fight.
Abney
He
Yildirim,
didn't
right?
do
How many people?
anything. Just listen to what you
How
just
many?
said. He didn't do anything, but he got the fight. He
Exactly.
didn't do anything. So y'all want Andre to do something to get the
I
fight,
don't want
though.
Andre
So
to
it's
do
different.
anything.
Man, come on.
You
Andre
did. You
needs
just
to.
said
You
you did.
defended
You
it,
did.
though.
I
Like
You
don't
you
want him to
contradicted
do
acting like
yourself.
shit.
You
it's
did.
like you
You did.
acting
Andre
like
needs
You
to
just
do
said that.
something so he
I
can
don't
get
get.
his
I don't
career
get
off the
that.
Hey, who
ground.
is this
I
It
don't
dude?
ain't
get
got
Real
that.
shit
quick.
to do with me.
I don't understand it.
It
Hey,
don't have
so
anything to do with me.
so Andrade didn't do anything to deserve the fight. That what you said, bro?
I didn't say Andre didn't do anything to deserve the fight. I said I don't
Okay,
think
my bad.
Andre has done
Obviously not. If the
anything
fight
for
ain't
that
big
fight
to
to
you,
be big. It's not. It's
Okay,
not.
so what did Abney Yildirim, Callum, and all these Billy Joe do to make? Because Billy Joe, all he did was do PEDs and duck Andrade,
You
and
want
he
me to
got
tell
the
you what
fight.
they did? They were easier fights.
Uh-oh.
I'm saying,
Go,
what's
all
the
right, go
point of
ahead,
you
go ahead,
saying
tell
that
the
those
truth, bro.
fights?
Go ahead, speak the truth,
Yeah,
dog.
yeah,
Go
I'm
ahead, go
gonna
ahead.
speak the truth. They were easier fights. That's why they
Okay,
got
so
the fight for
hold
doing
on.
nothing.
I don't
You admitting.
understand.
I
So
I
just
don't
said
understand it,
that.
bro.
go
I
ahead.
said that the first time. I said the rich versus war is not there. That's a tough fight for Canelo.
Yeah, but what's your
That's a
point of
very
saying
tough,
that? What's your point of saying that Andre versus Canelo ain't a big fight? What is
because
your
it's
point of
not.
saying it?
Right.
It's
What's
not
your
a big
point?
fight.
But what's the point? You
What's
Because
said
the
that
fight at this
it was no.
okay,
I'm
because
saying there's no context with what you're saying. You
it
just
is
saying a
it is
statement.
context at this point.
if
I'm building
No,
off of
we don't. I don't understand it. I'm
okay,
just
let me
asking.
explain to you. The fight doesn't make sense at this point because it's not a big fight. The fight doesn't make money
you haven't
for
explained that,
hold on, for
nah,
Canelo.
bro.
For Canelo, it's a tough fight, tougher than
That's my
he
point.
might want at this point, and there's no money behind it.
So
So, but
Hey,
us.
And then on top, hold
let
on,
me
and
tell you
then
like
on
this.
top of the
I'm a
fact,
mute,
wait.
bro.
Now,
then
I'm a
on
now
mute.
top
stop the
of the fact,
vocabulary you using real
Hey,
quick,
I'm a
y'all.
mute,
Now
bro.
stop the
But
vocab
every
you using.
Canelo Alvarez fan know who the fuck Demetrius Andrade is. Every
mm,
Canelo fan know who Andrade is.
They
Guaranteed.
do.
That's a fact, bro.
it ain't a
So
big fight, bro.
it is a say
It
what?
ain't a big fight.
Bro.
It's
It
not a
don't
big
gotta,
fight.
but I'm saying you think
Bro,
it need to be a
hey, you
big
know why
fight
it's a big
for
fight?
it to
You know why
happen.
it's a big fight?
It's
Because
not a
all
big fight.
Canelo fans want to see this man get knocked the fuck out.
No, they don't.
That's why it's a big fight.
Bro, it don't
No,
gotta
they
be a
don't.
big fight because Canelo been in some fights that wasn't big fights before. So why the
Yeah,
fuck
but they were,
Andre fight gotta be a
but
big fight?
Not
because I
When
Billy
just
the
Joe
told
wasn't a
you.
Liam
big.
I
Smith,
just
like I
Billy Joe
said,
told you
wasn't.
that.
Liam Smith,
Billy
I
Joe
just
really
told
wasn't a
you
big
let
why.
me
fight, bro.
finish. Let me finish real quick. Liam Smith ain't no big fight. Motherfucking Field ain't no big fight. Callum Smith ain't no fucking big fight. Yildirim ain't no big fight. That's four right there. I'm stopping
Billy
right
Joe
Yeah,
was
there
a
because I
big.
don't want to go
Billy
on
Joe
past it.
Billy
Saunders was
I'm
a
Joe,
just
big
saying.
fight.
Billy Joe,
Wait. Can
Billy
I
Joe,
finish? Can I
Billy.
finish?
Go
Can
ahead,
I finish?
go ahead.
So Andre, how the fuck he need to be a big fight for Canelo to even make the fight happen? But these other
Because he's
four
more
guys I
dangerous
named,
than the rest of them dudes.
they don't gotta be a big fight for them to get
Because
it.
he's
I don't
more
understand.
dangerous than the rest of those
Oh my
fighters.
God,
That's
bro.
why it
I'm
has has to be a big fight.
But
he's the most dangerous out of all them people you name. He's the most dangerous out of them fighters.
So this don't make no fucking sense to me.
What do you mean it don't make no sense?
So you saying, right? So now you're saying Canelo took those fights knowing that he could win. Is that what you're saying? Right? That's what you're saying. Okay, that's one point. That's one point.
Right, facts.
I
I'm
get
not a
that part.
fan,
I
bro.
get that part.
I'm a fan of boxing.
What I'm not
I don't get the
understanding,
part where
right?
you saying the fight got to
That
be
I'm not
big,
agreeing
man.
with y'all. Yeah, I don't agree with y'all. It's not a big fight.
Billy Joe, in all reality, was
Billy
not
Joe
a
was
big
a big fight. Yes, it was.
I'm explaining to you why. I'm explaining to you why it wasn't a big fight. Because, but I'm gonna tell you why Andrade would be the bigger fight. Because again, it's the whole. Everyone knows who Andrade is. You're talking from 3 divisions that Andrade has been chasing Canelo, right? So that means his fans know, and we can just use the Avni Yildirim fight when all those people came out to watch a goddamn a tuna. You see what I'm saying? It was a lot of people that came out there, and then it was putting people bought it. So you telling me nobody's gonna pay to see the guy who Billy Joe ducked and Canelo's been ducking? Nobody gonna come out there and watch that fight, and nobody gonna spend their bread? Like that's at that point you're lying, bro.
Nope.
So you gonna say they gonna so Canelo fans ain't gonna watch? Telling me the Charles ain't even gonna go watch the fight. You telling me the Charles themselves ain't gonna come to the fight? You telling me no boxers are gonna go watch? Get the hell out of here, man! They went to go watch Yildirim, but they're not gonna watch Demetrius. Danny Garcia not gonna come watch Demetrius Andrade fight. You telling me Philly ain't gonna go watch Demetrius Andrade fight? You telling me Massachusetts not gonna come support Andrade?
Okay, who's
Come
the bigger
on, my
star?
God, stop, my nigga. It ain't about that, yo. It's about the fight. It's a fight. When you get real fights, people come out, bro. When you get real fights, people come out.
You're talking about the grade of fight as opposed to the popularity of the fight. Who's the bigger star between Andrade and Billy Joe Saunders?
Man, it don't. That's not going to matter.
See, that's what I'm saying. You don't want to answer the questions. I answered all your questions.
It's not. You again, but majority of people that feel the stadium with Billy Joe.
It do got something to do with it. Can you answer the question or not?
Who's
the bigger star?
Just
see what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Y'all don't even want to play fair. I answered every question you
that shit don't mean nothing. It don't.
But you didn't answer the question. But you didn't answer the question.
It don't, bro. The question don't.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And that's that fanboy shit.
Listen, can you listen?
That's the fanboy shit.
I don't want to listen. You didn't even answer the question.
Go further. It's not about.
You think the fight need to be big for it to happen? I don't. That's the end.
Let's go. Let's get a little bit, bro. Y'all, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm talking.
It's all good. Y'all keep cooking though. Yo, this is a good debate.
It's good shit. It's good shit. I'm just
you comparing Billy Joe.
Who is there with the background?
I think that's DJ. I think DJ.
My bad. I'm driving home. It's real loud.
Yeah, put your windows up, DJ. Put your windows up if you can.
All right, I'm gonna put the car speaker on.
All right, okay, we're gonna pass it to UGC. He just bounced back. Let's go, UG.
You know, it ain't about really being the biggest fight or anything like that, or Andrade being the biggest draw. It's just about this guy is #1 pound for pound in boxing. He's supposed to be the best. His style is supposed to translate and beat any style. So when you got a guy who's been in multiple weight classes with him, chasing them down, who's been holding the strap, it shouldn't be no problem. Shouldn't be talks about the dude don't sell or the dude is not big enough to fight. You know, when this guy can say yes to every other opponent that's thrown at him, but then one guy who we know is when you actually looking at it on paper, this guy looks like he can give Canelo serious problems. We just seen him in there with Billy Joe Saunders, another southpaw, slick southpaw. He's not as tall as Andrade, but we seen him give him some problems. Now, never once said that Canelo would or Andrade will beat Canelo, but it makes for a competitive fight. I like what I saw yesterday because it wasn't like him going through washing Avni Yildirim or some weak ass comp like that. We want to see Canelo in there with guys that have a good chance, undefeated fighters. Billy Joe was undefeated. Credit, he gets props, man. He broke this motherfucker eye in 3 places, like fractured the shit. You know,
I agree.
I want to see if he can knock Demetrius Andrade the fuck out. That way you can shut him up. All his Canelo man fans can be happy and throw a parade and shit. But beat this man, because you look like a sucker running from this guy and talking about he boring and talking about he ain't fought nobody and get the fuck out of here, man. Fuck all of that dumb shit, man. Be on some big champ shit and just beat this undefeated guy. It ain't like there's a whole bunch of undefeated fighters around here nowadays. So every O must go. So go ahead and take Demetrius Andrade shit.
And let me counter that. And the only reason I don't consider him ducking right now at 168 is because he's going for another champion, an undefeated champion, in Caleb Plant. That knocks Andrade out the box right now. Andrade does not take precedent over this undisputed. So Andrade,
got you. We're not saying that take precedence over it, bro. I feel you on that. But the fact is that when it comes to all other opponents, when you mention other opponents, he downplays Andrade but entertains everybody else.
That's because Andrade is the danger. That's because Andrade is the more dangerous fight. I can recognize that.
Okay.
I see that.
And that's where the passion comes from. We want to see competitive, risky fights, not Canelo keep taking fights we know he gonna win, or he 70%, highly favored to win. If you, as a real fan, you should be pushing for that fight. Like, damn, man, I don't know who gonna win that fight. That could be 50-50, 55-45, 60-40, whatever the case. But Andrade might be that guy who could possibly do it.
Only reason I'm not pushing that fight. Only reason I'm not pushing that fight now is because there's undisputed on the line. That's why.
Right, but hold on. Real quick, was you pushing that? Let me ask you a question, bro. Was you pushing that at 160 when undisputed was on the line and all he had to do was get one belt when Andrade had this shit? Was you pushing it then?
Yes, and I called him a duck then.
Okay,
yes, I definitely
was. I just want to check. All right,
but you realize he moved up and Fielding and Kovalev took precedence over undisputed all of a sudden. That's why I was naming them fighters and saying, like, how the fuck does a Fielding come into the picture when it's undisputed on the line? I don't know if it was at that time before.
No, it wasn't at that time. No. How did Kovalev come in the equation when undisputed was on the line? He took Kovalev over undisputed, which was
that wasn't nothing but a stat pad, and I seen it for what it was.
See, that's what nice. We basically agree. But I don't like the fact that you focus on what Andrade and other people who want to fight Canelo should be doing. I think you should just be like, I think you should hold Canelo accountable, not the other guys. You got it backwards.
No, see, I can't hold Canelo accountable because Canelo at this point fights who he wants to fight. Everybody else has to get in line.
That's the problem. That's the whole problem. We embracing that fight who we want to fight bullshit.
It may be a problem. It may be a problem, but it's reality.
We know, we understand, bro. We don't gotta tell us it exists. We just be with us when we say fuck that shit. That's what we talking about. I hear you. I definitely hear where you're coming from.
Has that helped boxing though?
Yeah, it's like you ain't showing me that you against that bullshit. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like you just okay with it. It exists. It's reality. It's boxing. So I'm gonna just lay down and take it.
Yeah, because it don't make
that's why we on this panel to fight. So put real news out and shit and bring light to shit that people don't like to talk about.
I hear y'all. It just don't make any sense to get upset about reality. Like I already know because that doesn't bring me any closure. That just gets me, you know what I'm saying? That just gets me up in arms about nothing. Like, I know how it's working. I know how it's going. I know how the landscape is. Them guys have to get in line and make themselves viable for that fight.
Bro,
that's the truth of the matter. Whether you agree,
that man was in line at 160,
bro.
But
the dangerous fighters have to make themselves viable. The ones who are weaklings, the ones who are easy pick, cherries, they won't get them fights because they don't stand a chance. It's a gift and a curse to be as good as Andrade is at this point.
I don't know. I don't understand how that shit get a pay. I can't lay down and take that shit. But I don't. If we sit here and lay down and take mediocrity, then we're gonna keep getting mediocrity. So I don't see how shutting up and just letting Canelo do what the fuck he want to do without saying anything about it is gonna help boxing. But if you wish,
I mean, you know, it is what it is. Like, and I guess I don't get as upset as a lot of people is because I don't pay for the shit anymore.
You probably I'm too old for this shit. Fuck it.
You know what I'm saying? So you could put on they could put on any fights they fucking want. I'm gonna stream them shits anyway. I ain't bought a pay-per-view in 6 years.
He got his mind made. He's like, fuck that. We got even. I stream, y'all give me bullshit.
And that's where I'm at. It's like, cause I know they on some bullshit. There's no reason we shouldn't have got some of these fights. There's no reason we shouldn't have got a Jamel and an Andrade, a Charlo and a Canelo and an Andrade.
I get it, D. You just way past the fact of being angry at the shit. You just like, fuck it. I take whatever they give me, but I just ain't paying for this shit.
I just ain't paying for it.
I ain't about to get mad about it. I ain't about to even question it. I get. But I didn't get
the last time I was really.
But
the
look,
last time I was really up in arms.
That's all it was. Now I understand. That's all it is.
The last time I was really up in arms about a fight was Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. And I seen from that point on, I say this don't make any sense. Because you get yourself bent out of shape. You work your blood pressure up for nothing. Them dudes don't have any intentions on fighting. No time soon, if ever. What's the point of getting mad? Because we don't control it.
I stopped wanting to talk about these fights that I don't think ever gonna happen when Wilder and AJ didn't happen. Because that shit probably took 2 years off my life arguing about
Definitely did.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to do that again.
And then just to look up and to hear that Wilder turned down that fight was really like a slap in the face. Because here we go. You could have told Fury, go on about your business. I got undisputed over here, and we about to get it on, and then I come back and talk to you. That was really just like a, man, fuck y'all. We gonna do what we want to do. The fans don't mean shit in boxing.
Yeah, I mean, wait. I don't agree with that. The fans are everything, but I don't think the fans realize the power they have. I don't think they even care at times. They just like, I like boxing because I like this boxer. I like boxing because I like one guy. So we gonna pay for everything he do. It don't matter. It's about Mexico. It's about Canelo. It ain't about boxing and loving boxing and what's the right thing or wrong thing and shit. They don't give a fuck.
I agree.
You know? So it is what it is.
Yeah, man, it's just crazy how people don't even want to see competitive fights no more. Just keep the guy, you know, like my homies say, man, it's a lot of meat shields nowadays, man. Niggas just, jump in front of the fighter and defend them and shit. Meat shields. But, it's all good, man. I hopefully that fight happen, Andrade and Canelo. And but I wish Canelo the best, man. Hopefully he become undisputed. I hope Caleb Plant don't run from that fade, man. Because I kind of think they're gonna avoid that shit.
Hey, you saying the same shit. I came on here saying I do not think that Plant and Canelo fight is next. I don't think the PBC is willing to chop up Caleb Plant like that.
Hey, can I ask H a real question? Everybody on the panel, like, has the PBC had any undisputed fighters yet? Ever? Any undisputed fighters?
Nope. Nah, PBC ain't been on that long.
No.
They ain't been on that long. So ain't
what's the question, UGC? My bad, I missed it. What was the question?
I said, is there any PBC fighters that have reached undisputed? Has PBC birthed any undisputed fighters, man?
I don't know. Jamel Charlo might be the first one.
Clarissa Shields, if she count.
It might be
not no
Jamel.
PBC fighter, bro.
It looked like Jamel Charlo looked like he gonna be.
Clarissa Shields is PBC.
I don't think undisputed. I don't think undisputed was a priority until Terrence Crawford did it.
Facts.
Well, he ain't. Yeah, I mean, he ain't never been PBC, but that's I'm like, I don't know if they prioritize undisputed.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't a priority until Terrence Crawford became undisputed.
Well, they just made an undisputed fight with Charlo and Castano, so we got to give him credit for that.
And if Jamel get it, I give him all the props in the world. Jamel on some big champ shit. So
it's gonna be a tough fight though. Castano, he ain't coming to lay down. Castano got skills too.
And see what's crazy is had Castano not won, we wouldn't be getting undisputed.
No, Texera and his trainer said that they would have gave us that fight. So
yeah, but Bob Arum,
people say a lot of things.
Right. It's what would Bob Arum have done.
I think Bob would have made the fight. Bob not petty.
Yeah, I mean, Bob proved that he about that undisputed work. He got a lot of undisputed champs he done made. So
yeah, if it's in his favor,
give Bob that, huh?
If he can pick,
Yeah, if it's in Bob Arum's favor, then I can see it.
It would have been.
There's been a lot
I
of
give you.
in-house undisputed.
It would have been Tex. If he'd have gave him Texier Charlo, he would have wanted Al to make Errol Spence Terrence Crawford. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
it would have had to been a trade-off.
But
that's what that is. That's how I look at that.
The difference is that other fight is way cheaper. The Charlo fight way cheaper.
Yeah.
Castano is PBC, right?
You getting that shit? eBay prices and shit.
Shout out, I got to give props to Al Heyman, man. Shout out to Al Heyman making that that undisputed matchup, Castano and Jamel, because they both PBC, right? Castano PBC.
Yeah. That's why I don't really see the props in that. It's the same side of the street. It's all in-house money.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess if both fighters is in-house, he for that undisputed. But if it's somebody on the outside, nah.
Nah, not at all, because they wasn't even considering Texier when he had the belt.
Oh wow. Well, I know Jamel was about that. Jamel definitely.
Jamel wanted it, but he really wouldn't even. He didn't even mention Texier's name. He said, "Yeah, you know that other guy over there with the belt." So that let me know that they wasn't really. It's the business aspect. I don't think. I don't think anybody was scared. I don't think Charlo was scared to get the fight, and I believe all the fighters with promotional obligations would fight anybody they could, but it'd be the promotions that help that hold shit up.
Charlo has his own promotional
company.
The
money on the back. Who?
Charlo has his own promotional company.
Yeah, but who does he promote?
These fighters be definitely holding shit up, bro. I ain't gonna say that. It'd be both.
I could agree with that. But a lot of these dudes be having promotion companies, but they don't promote anybody.
I think he got his own. Don't Charlo got his own gym?
Yeah, I think so.
They do.
What up, Deacon? But remember when Andrade asked him to fight, Charlo said, "You got to call Al Heyman." So
that's what they all say.
That's what he
said. That's what
they
all say. Same thing with
why don't nobody ever call that nigga though, bro? Why nobody ever call this?
That nigga said, "I'm not the matchmaker." Mad, bro. I'm not the matchmaker, nigga.
What up, Deacon? We got Deacon 305 in the building. Salute.
Hey, salute to the Kings, man. What's good? Hey, man. Yes, sir. I got another fight for you, for a fire fight that'll give y'all some enjoyment, other than talking about this scrambled eggs type of conversations going on with Canelo. Hey, I need to send it to you so you can let everybody on the platform see a hell of a fight. Hey,
what fight, bro?
You ever heard of Liquor Man?
What?
Liquor Man. I
don't like the way this going.
Some trolling shit. What's going on?
True.
I don't like what it's headed already.
Hey, bro. Hey, check it.
Who's the opponent, man? You said a fight.
Listen,
that instead of the scrambled egg shit. What you talking about?
No. I'm saying, in other words, Canelo ain't worth our time to be talking about. The man is a coward. The man is a drug cheat. The man is cherry picking champions. We can go on and on and on. So that's the scrambled eggs. You know what I mean? Yeah, but hey, no. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go out and come back in. I'm gonna send you this particular fight, H. All right? You hear me? I'm gonna send it to you right now.
We'll wait on it.
Now, you know what's a more attainable fight?
It's gonna be Shannon the Cannon and somebody else watch.
Charlo and Andrade.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Listen, because there's a storyline there. You know what I'm saying? That's a real beef right there. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, but
go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, like, why do people come down on Andrade so much when this guy is attempted to make other fights happen?
Right.
So what's wrong with him going at the face of boxing when he can't get Jamal, he can't get Daniel Jacobs, he can't get Triple G or Little G and all these other
I don't think there's anything wrong with him going after the face of boxing, but right now he's not getting the face of boxing. So
I mean, it was okay when everybody was going after Floyd, but Canelo, leave him the fuck alone. Don't mess with him.
No, go after Canelo, but Canelo has already told you, I'm not fighting you. Now it's time to go somewhere else.
It seems to me that Boo Boo Andrade has been blacklisted. Even if it's not, that's what the feeling I get. You know what I mean?
That makes sense. Hey, that makes sense.
I think it's the NBF stuff, honestly. NBF.
You say what's that?
NBF?
Yeah.
No black fighters.
Okay.
It's starting.
Put it in the chat.
Yeah.
If you observe an entire boxing scene and how it's moving, it's starting. I've been thinking about it, and I said that's what it looked like.
Yeah. I'm going to send this video to H. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I mean,
I ain't never just seen a nigga so comfortable with being called a bitch and just be cool. Get that fuck out of here.
Man,
bitch.
you would have scrapped on the site. I got done fight. I'd have whipped Andrade ass, called me a bitch.
But
everything, bro.
Canelo say, "I whoop your ass right now, motherfucker," and he didn't get up or nothing. He just said it sitting down. Like I ain't understand that, bro. They do some different shit in Mexico.
He shouldn't have said that either. He said, "I'll whip your ass." Well, make the fight. That's the
right.
just
How
be
you gonna say I'll whoop your
bro.
ass and you just say I don't want to fight you in the same sentence? Like what the fuck? Those niggas different.
He a goofy motherfucker here.
That nigga Canelo speak fluent. He speak good ass English until you ask him about PEDs or Demetrius Andrade. Then he started fucking speaking in Spanish.
No hablo English.
Fuck out of here. Yeah, get out of here.
Yeah, that shit crazy. Then niggas speak good English out of nowhere. Let's talk about how much he played himself trying to act like he ain't know English for fucking the past 20 years. Nigga could have been in all kind of commercials with his dumb ass.
Hey, Canelo a good fighter. He a bitch, but he a good fighter though. Shout out to Canelo, man.
Anybody got down? He's scared. He'll beat the average though. He'll beat some good guys.
He pound for pound bitch ass nigga. Shout out.
Definitely,
I like the guy that fight Cotto and Trout and all that, but I don't like this guy that fought Khan. People like that. It's like he got two personalities.
Hey, Brotherhood, I kind of agree with you though. What you said in your video, man. Yeah, Billy Joe, he deserved everything he got. He deserved to get his face broke. I got some shit coming for. I got some heat coming for that nigga too, bro. That motherfucker Billy Joe ain't off the hook, man. Cause I ain't gonna lie, he was fighting good, but you know, when the smoke cleared, man, we gotta get that motherfucker the flame of the century, man. With all the shit he was talking, bro, and talking about Daniel Dubois and all, man, dog. Yeah, Billy Joe, he gonna get fucking roasted this week,
bro. He getting a 2-year sentence like Wilder guy, bro. Straight trolling for 2 years.
Yeah, he done out here. He definitely done out here. You know, he put up a good fight though. I'm not gonna lie, he put up a good fight. Yeah, and I like, and I think that Billy Joe shows some things that other people need to try to do on Canelo, even though he wasn't successful, and you know he got stopped in his tracks in the 8th round, but it was some things that he was doing real good in there that you know, Canelo was getting touched up. Canelo was getting his ass touched up, but I think certain fighters can learn from that fight.
And with people touching him up, see, I don't think Canelo minds the punches. I think what frustrates Canelo the most is when he can't hit you.
That's right.
Well, that was a problem too yesterday, but I don't know. Somehow people think Canelo landed all these punches. I don't know where they was landing. I ain't seeing myself, but I heard that.
Billy was bluffing. He was sitting there letting Canelo hit him. At the end of the round, it'd be like
I think that was the key to Mayweather's success.
No, you ain't the hot dog, man. Maybe you gotta put this on, get a hot dog.
No, I ain't got it. I ain't got it.
Go on mute real. There you go.
Yeah, I think that was the key to Mayweather's success, was because Canelo couldn't touch him, and Canelo was frustrated as fuck in that fight, and he didn't know what to do with himself. I think as long as he can put his hands on you, he maintains hope and he keeps coming forward. You seen in that fight about 8-9, he had given up. All he wanted to do was just make it through.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it is. You're gonna have to be elusive enough to get him frustrated, because Floyd's power wasn't keeping him off. It was the fact that every time he swung, he couldn't hit shit, and then he got hit.
Yeah,
Floyd can box
you
though.
gotta have good ass defense.
Why nobody
Floyd can
try
box.
that Kirkland shit on Canelo no more, bro?
Say it
Kirkland came
again.
right
What?
at his neck, bro.
You said why niggas don't do that Kirkland shit
I
on
wanted,
Canelo?
yeah, Danny,
Ooh,
bro,
nigga,
Danny,
they ain't trying to
not
get
do
body
that
bag out here.
I ain't talking about the ending, bro. I'm talking about his approach. I'm talking about his approach, bro. I ain't talking about how he got his fucking neck twisted,
Oh,
bro.
okay, yeah, that's
I'm
a
talking
failing
about his
blueprint,
approach to the
fam.
fight, like how he just came in and rushed Canelo, bro, as soon as the fight started. I wanted Danny
Hell
Jacobs
nah,
to do
you a
that.
slut.
I wanted
I
Jacobs
think
to do that, bro. Cause look, no, that
his
shit worked
approach
for
got him
him.
knocked out.
Nah, that shit worked for him, bro. You see what he did to Quillen? He rushed that nigga, bro. That shit worked. That shit could have worked, bro. He could have got Canelo ass up out of there.
I don't know about that.
Hey,
I think if Danny Jacobs rushed in like Kirkland rushed in, he
I don't
ended up
know.
just like Kirkland.
I bet he hit his ass more than Kirkland did, though.
That may be true, but what I done seen from Canelo, man, Canelo definitely got a chin.
Man, the real Jacobs, not that Hollywood DAZN nigga. HBO Jacobs would have packed him up, bro. He would have got him out of there.
I gotta disagree with you, man. I don't think Jacobs at no point beats Canelo.
So let's put Canelo in the place Quillen was, and he was throwing that same combo. How you think that shit end, bro?
I think Canelo take a better shot than Quillen. You see, Quillen ain't did shit since.
Come on, don't do Quillen like that.
Hey, y'all think?
When you get beat like that,
think,
bro, you don't supposed to be shit since. Nigga, he got beat senseless.
The only
y'all
reason
think
I say
Canelo
that
chin
is
serious?
because you say again.
Y'all think Canelo really got a chin?
Hell yeah, you see that neck? That motherfucker's
Yeah,
neck,
bro,
bro.
his head swelled up 3 sizes, and look at his neck. Like, you know he got a chin now.
And he was taking Golovkin shit like Scooby snacks.
Yeah, he shook
He
his
got
head.
a chin, bro.
He took his best shot and shook his head.
And you know it, and you already well, the neck is what prevents you from getting your motherfucking shit scrambled. That's why they do neck exercises.
Oh, that's where the injection site is, huh?
Ah, that may be it too. You know what I'm saying? that may be it too. You know, he over there eating them steaks. He got that cow meat in him.
Yeah, tell that nigga to explain why they raised the clean level. He was gonna need a translator and shit.
Oh shit, you know, but that right there was another boss move. That nigga say, listen, I'm over here trying to juice, and y'all fucking it up. Raise that shit up, and they did.
Shout out to Canelo. Shout out to Canelo winning that Mestizo belt too, man. Shout out to Canelo, bro.
You say he won the what belt?
The Mestizo, bro.
What the fuck is that?
You didn't see the Mestizo belt they gave him? Mauricio gave that shit to him.
No, I ain't see that.
Yeah, he got a new belt. They gave Canelo another belt. And to be honest with you, look, man, Mauricio Suleiman looked like he's about to have a heart attack when Billy Joe Saunders was getting on his ass. When Billy Joe was fooling him, that motherfucker, he looked so worried, bro. And then when Canelo won, like he was so relieved. He was so happy Canelo won. That shit is crazy,
yeah.
That nigga sweating bullets, huh?
That ugly ass smile, that nigga was so happy at the end of that fight, bro.
It was big ass hopped in that ring, man. I died laughing, yo.
I hope somebody uppercut the shit out of that nigga one day, bro. Fucking uppercut that nigga, bro.
One of them old fighters fucked over back in the day gonna catch his ass, bro. They gonna get him.
Jamel, all he gotta do is piss Jamel off.
Yeah, remember that guy he beat down in the rankings, nigga? He about to pay for that shit.
Hey man, real quick, is it true? I think Andrade said this shit. Is it true that Andrade dropped every opponent that's been in the ring with him?
Nah, I don't think he didn't. Nah, I don't think so. Nah.
Think about it.
I mean, I think, let's see. Well, recently, I mean,
he dropped Liam. He dropped the guy before that, and the other guy before that.
I'm trying to think. Did he drop every opponent? He
ain't drop.
Oh, that one he didn't drop him, huh?
Yeah, he didn't drop Vanez.
Okay. All right.
I don't think so though.
I was sitting there thinking like, is this man dropped every opponent? He did. He went down in that fight. He got dropped in that.
That was the weakest knockdown. Niggas act like he was hurt for real.
Oh, when Monterosa dropped him?
Yeah, he got dropped.
Oh, he did. He got hit. He was hurt. He got hit with a left hook.
Yeah, that was a good shot, bro. That wasn't weak. That was a good shot. He sat right on his ass with that.
Mm-hmm. Hit him right on the button.
But other than Mataroja, he might have dropped
leg,
everybody,
bro. I don't remember like it yesterday. I thought he wasn't that hurt.
I ain't gonna lie, Canelo is a great fighter, bro. It's just, I would love to see him, against Andrade after Caleb Plant. Say you fight Caleb Plant, you know what I mean? Fight Andrade. Now that fight got a buzz. People were here talking about it all day. Like, people want to see it. There is people that want to see it. You know what I mean? So that's all that I want to say. I want to see the best fight the best. Andrade, one of the best in the middleweight division at 160, undefeated. Was he a 3-time world champion in 2 different weight classes? Yo, that's a good name to have on your resume, an undefeated champion. Yeah. That's a good name to put on his resume. That's a better name than Daniel Jacobs. Andrade better than Daniel Jacobs. He better than Billy Joe Saunders. Andrade better than Billy Joe. And that would be one of Canelo's best wins, bro. It would be.
Facts, bro. That's a fact.
Yeah, you're right about that. Man.
Niggas got to stop capping off that, bro. That would be one of Canelo's best wins. Somebody an undefeated guy in his prime, man. Like, hell yeah, man. Just go and take care of that work, and can't nobody hold nothing against you, bro. That's the only opponent I can say that man avoided, bro. That's the only guy. Other than that, I ain't got no problem with Canelo.
That boy the Andrei too, man.
Yeah, but Jamal ducking fades out here, bro. Jamal ducked Demetrius, man. He ducking. He ducking Benavidez. I don't give credit with that one, that Jamal shit. Andrade though, for sure.
I think Jamal beats I like Andrade, but I think Jamal beats most, like, between 160 to 168, a little bit 175. I got Jamal beating a lot of them guys, yo.
Yeah,
from 160.
What up,
Post better be in the middle. I got Jamal.
It's a good conversation, but I think that the Andrade fight will pretty much cement Canelo's previous wins. It will highlight them as he really is that good. But if you don't get this fight, it's gonna be a question mark over every victory he's had, even when it's pertaining. Listen, that's your opinion, fam. But at the same time, because most of these fights, I'm sitting down calling the fights before the fight happened, directly how it's going to go. And it goes in the direction that I call it. It never fails. I should not be able to look at your fight and determine the beginning and the end of your fight. Even when he fought Kovalev, I said, the man looked like he's dehydrated so bad, he laying on the couch looking like a crackhead. I say, no, he's not going to have power. He looked drunk. Man, the man went out there. The man punching. He was punching like Tyson Fury. And I mean,
somebody mentioned that. Somebody mentioned the situation about the Mando for Canelo and all that. Yeah, I hear you and everything like that. But I remember Brian Custer asked him just the other day, though. He did say that he willing to entertain that fight now, but just when Andrade, he said he got other plans. So that's just what concerned me. Like, damn, bro, with that guy, you got other plans, but everybody else you good Gucci with. Damn, what's up?
Yep. Because he understands that this young boy causes a problem. You're not going to see, because one thing about Andre, listen, and I don't want to, I can't give away the man plan because he fight how he fight. And Canelo, they study this man. They understand what the problem is. And the problem is this man know how to get under his opponent's shots. He's not going to stand upright where you can just touch him. You know what I mean? He's not going to stand still. He got good footwork. He know how to slide on the shots. All of that's a problem for Canelo. The man, he going to use his feints. He got a long reach. That jab is going to be a problem. It's going to allow him to get off combinations. That means he's going to outscore Canelo. He's going to be ahead on the cards. Now it's going to cause Canelo to be desperate in the fight. And being desperate with a guy that has some decent pop may wind up getting your ass up out of there.
I could definitely see him out boxing him, but Canelo is a big puncher still. Yeah.
Do y'all consider Andrade a future Hall of Famer?
Not until he makes the fights. No, listen, man. You got that's a premature question because he has to get the opponents to establish that. He's calling for that. He's calling for these fights.
Fault, bro.
No, I'm not saying it is. I was just asking at this point. Say he was to retire, or say he was agree
because he's chasing the fights that will make him great, right? Until these guys get it. Same thing with Bud. He's like, man, I'm just tired of chasing these guys. These guys told me if I come up to 147 and get a belt, I got no problem. I got to fight. The man get up there and beat the man that beat Pacquiao, and they still say he ain't fought nobody. What happened to him getting a belt and then you'll fight him? All that shit went away.
Yeah. They ducked all that. But with
like
Crawford, I consider
Pacquiao for the record.
I consider Crawford a future Hall of Famer off of accomplishments alone.
Right now, he can retire.
Right now,
and still go to the Hall of Fame. That's a fact.
And that's what I was asking about Andrade. Say he was to stop today, could he be considered a future Hall of Famer?
No.
He gonna need like 4 or 5 title defenses. More than he got right now. Then we can talk.
No, it's gonna take more than 5 title defenses. He needs.
He already got like 3.
He needs 3 big fights.
He needs
like 3 big
fights.
Okay, bro. Go the Wilder route. Fight whoever you can fight and just stack up them title defenses. Because you can't fight nobody. Canelo ain't trying to fight you. Triple J ain't trying to fight you. Charlo ain't trying to fight you. You gotta fight whoever else exists, and you know nobody respect those guys. He'll fuck around and end up having Eubank as his best win or something. You know what I'm saying? And ain't nobody gonna really respect that. So he just gotta get as many title defenses as he can. Like, what else can he do? Right.
Beat one of them dudes up, like Mike Tyson. I keep saying, go outside, catch one of them, beat him up, tell him fight me in the ring like Mike Tyson. History repeats itself, yo. I keep telling y'all, history repeats itself. All they gotta do is start. If Floyd can go out here and get his hat snatched off, and people eat that shit up, Andrade doing the right thing. What he's doing right now is the right thing. Just keep doing it, keep making these guys mad, making them hate you. And watch what happens. It's gonna show.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen.
Entertaining, man. Controlling these niggas, Demetrius.
And to that point, what you just made right there about Floyd getting his hat snatched. I personally, brother, I think that this brother needs to fight. Every last one of those guys was up there supposed to be protecting him. Nobody should have been able to get that close to him that had anything.
I think all that was playing.
No, he was too mad. I think
that's why it was able to happen. Like, this your security team. That could have been a slash to your face. That could have been a cut across your throat. Anything. I think that was supposed to go down. It was great promotion.
No,
everybody talked about it.
You want me to send you the video? The white boy, he planned it. The white boy planned it, not Floyd.
I think they was all in on it.
I don't think
that's
so.
Just my opinion. That's just my opinion. Because I thought the same thing. I'm like, you got bodyguards.
Let me prove it to you. Why not? You want me to do that? Because I can do that real quick. Listen.
Okay.
It was.
What happened to the fight you were supposed to show us, man? Did you already show it?
I sent. It's up to H to show it. I sent this to H.
Oh,
but look here, bro. The things that was coming out of Floyd's mouth. In his body language, but mostly the things that he was saying. He sounded almost like he was about to cry. He was
it was great acting.
No, brother. Floyd don't know.
You say Canelo about to cry?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you. Listen, I done heard shit like this when I was a kid, right? Not as an adult. The shit that he was saying, I heard this in my childhood. He was like, man, why you just, he can't even, man, why you disrespect me, man? Why, I ain't never did nothing to you. I ain't never did. What the fuck you mean? You ain't never. I ain't never did nothing.
Naps, bro. That nigga was
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, because
I thought it was
what it was. No, listen.
He snatched your hat. How disrespectful was it?
Do you think that Floyd wanted to show them peas on his head, man?
Yeah, because he got it done. he got that shit.
He ready to make something, bro.
He just had did a podcast without a hat on or anything. I don't think Floyd cares about
that is true, though. He did do another podcast with that nappy.
Yeah, I don't think Floyd cares anything about none of what people think about him or anything. I think he's motivated by the money. And that was great promotion.
If you go back and listen to the audio, Floyd is screaming at him, "Why are you disrespecting me? Why you, man? I ain't never did nothing to you.
I thought it was great acting, man. That was great acting, man. I didn't buy it.
Listen, I want the panel to be serious. When the last time you ever heard somebody respond that way and say those things, how old were you?
Yeah, junior high.
Come on, that was a publicity.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I feel.
Come
I feel
on,
like
man.
it was a publicity stunt.
Man. That's all I believe it at that. I can't even take that serious.
Yeah, man.
It was just a joke, man. It was like
he might have been serious about that. Them
that man,
with that type of security around, I don't believe they would have let anything happen to Floyd if that wasn't planned. Because if it was real, every last one of them security guards need to be fired.
That boy is not crazy enough to try and harm Floyd. He planned to snatch his hat. He wanted to get it. So Floyd used to people. Listen, Floyd used to.
But see that snatch. If it was real, that snatch could have been a life-ending move right there.
I put it like this, man. Did he get his hat back? If he got his hat back,
no, the white boy said he still got it.
Okay, that's fake then. It's fake, bro.
The white boy said he still got it. He got more hats. That.
No, he didn't show it though. He said he had it. I think he was lying because they beat the shit out of him. I don't think
they didn't know.
It ain't no way. If that was real, bro, ain't no way he would still have that hat.
You see, he had a black eye. As you can see, he had a black eye. Let me say, shout out to Ed Perez with the super chat. Shout out to my boy Ed Perez, man. That's a nice dog right there, man. What kind of dog you got? It look like a boxer. It must look like a boxer right there, man. Or an American bulldog, but it's a beautiful dog right there. But yeah, it looked like it was real to me. You know what I mean?
That's right.
I didn't feel the same.
Listen,
I'm with you, D. That shit was a publicity stunt, bro.
Because I think if it had been real, I think they would have beat the brakes off of him.
They would have beat Jake Paul ass, man. If that shit was real,
I don't think Jake Paul would have made it out of there on his feet.
They bounces, bro.
Did y'all see that still frame picture of Floyd after listen?
Don't do that, bro.
I know it. I ain't gonna say it out loud. I ain't gonna say it.
That man looked like a Sasquatch, bro. That shit was out of there.
Oh my God!
Somebody said
that boy got pubic hairs on his face.
Somebody said he had burnt brake pads on his head, bro.
Yeah, man. Listen, Floyd, he's doing himself a disservice, man. He need to go back to the bald head, the goatee that fit him, man. Because that shit.
Hopefully he trying out for a movie or something, bro.
Man,
that look like struggle.
I think you got a point because we so used to Floyd looking sharp, you know what I mean, looking fresh,
man.
And with the hair, like, yo, what's wrong with this nigga? You know what I'm saying?
That hair, bro. That fake hair you got to let that shit grow out.
Look like struggle
before you cut it, bro.
Man, the man, listen, the man was fighting two. The man was fighting two fights. He was fighting against Jake Paul, and he was fighting against alopecia. And alopecia's winning, bro.
That's a fact. Alopecia whooping his ass.
Real talk, bro.
Alopecia all along his ass. I think that's just.
Yo, D Nice, you went out. You went out for a second. I can't hear you.
Yeah, can't hear.
It's crazy.
Yeah, we hear you now. You good now?
Yeah, I was saying, bro. That shit crazy.
I think Floyd just don't.
Hold on, how Floyd lose his shit, bro, and fucking Floyd Senior still got his hairline? That shit crazy.
No. Let me take you back a little bit.
Let me tell you something, man. My shit is good. We got it.
You remember? Hold on. You remember his old boy had the dreads, right? But all the center of his shit was gone. And mother, I had the old dude to my house. We call him Pop. He's a Barbadian. And when Floyd beat De La Hoya, they kept putting the camera in Floyd Senior's face with them dreads. I heard somebody saying, man, them wrong, man, them wrong. I said, what's wrong, Pop? He said, man, them boy wrong, man. I said, what's wrong? Man, they got that camera in that boy's face. That boy ugly as a motherfucker. Yeah, man. No, but Floyd was gonna follow his father. He ain't got nothing in the top, bro. He ain't got nothing in the top, man. For real, for real. I think you need to go back bald head. Yeah. Shave your shit, man. He look younger when he shave his shit. You know what I'm saying?
He'll be fresh and shaved on fight night, hopefully.
Well, how the fuck Floyd hair make the news, bro? That nigga, he can do anything. If Floyd, this nigga could fart, bro, and that shit getting 3 million views in an hour.
Yeah, bro.
This shit is crazy.
Well, you gotta let that hair go, man. That shit look like bald hair on his face, man. Come on, man. Yeah, clip that shit off
give it 2 months, that fake shit gonna look real, bro. That's that shit LeBron used.
Well, his shit don't look that good on top now. It look like he used that spray shit.
Nah, LeBron.
That shit look crazy.
Outdated, bro.
No, man.
LeBron
When that camera hit the top of LeBron
shit,
you can tell that shit ain't right because it's all missing up there. But you can see where they trying to work on it. But that shit is again alopecia kicking niggas ass around here.
Yeah, he got too much money for his shit to look like that, though, man.
Real talk.
Like, come on, bro. They can't do nothing. Like your shit just fall out every time. Even that's when the doctor was supposed to told him, like, listen, man, this ain't the route to go.
Right.
Listen,
hey, y'all remember that shit came out a couple of years ago when it's like a cream. Wherever you put that shit, it grows your hair real fast. And the females had shit coming all out their ears and all out their forehead.
Yeah. I use that shit, man. Come on, man. I use that Rogaine. Hey, man, I got alopecia. I'm over here. My beard struggling, you know.
Boy,
when I went bald, I cut that shit off,
bro. Yeah, man.
Now I rock the 187, man. It is what it is.
Yeah, but
I ain't cutting my shit. I'm keeping my little 3 strands of hair when I go bald. Say you got the Homer Simpson? Yeah. And the fucking the big belly and shit.
Yeah, I keep my shit always shaved off because I look like Santa Claus around this bitch. You know what's the deal though, man? It seems like nobody grows gray hair anymore. Everything is snow white. What the fuck going on?
I noticed that. No, they be dying it, man. They gray as
No,
hell.
man. Listen, bro. My whole face, if I let it grow, it's snow white.
That's how my hair is coming in, man. Them shits look white as a motherfucker.
I got to be some shit in the food, because everybody's shit is white. I don't see no gray hairs.
That's crazy you said that, because I noticed that, man. You saying literally you don't see no gray hair, you see white. Yeah, that's what I've been noticing.
Yeah.
I ain't know what you was talking about at first. I see what you're saying though. Like you're right about that. I definitely been noticing that.
It seems like something up with that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened? They playing with the food, the water? What is it?
It gotta have something to do with the sun, bro.
It's just too many people coming up with white hair instead of gray hair.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's attacking a lot of young folk too.
Yeah, all white everything.
Yeah. I don't that's why I don't let my shit go, because I'll be walking around here looking like the black Santa Claus. I can't be with that shit, bro. Nah. I get the booty face going. Fuck it.
Hey, they love that Santa Claus shit, bro. You'll be welcome everywhere.
That shit age ass, man. I'm already in the 50 range.
You say that beard make you add 5 to 10 years, huh? I hear you. I had mine on purpose. If I cut my beard, I look back like a damn kid. So I'm the opposite.
Hey man, if you can save your youth, man, hold on to it as long as you can, bro.
Hey, I ain't tripping, bro. My lining ain't receding. I'm 30. My forehead already small and shit. So when that shit push back, then it's gonna be about regular.
Y'all niggas old as shit. Y'all niggas old as shit.
I'm only
y'all
30.
Some old head. Shit, I ain't 30. I'm in my 20s.
How old is you?
27.
Yeah, I just turned 40. I thought I was. Hey, I'm gonna go on here and let y'all fellas go, man. Salute. All right. But what y'all think about this Neary Figueroa? Y'all gonna watch
I'm siding with Figueroa. I think I believe Neary popped dirty before, and I think they're gonna hold that to him. That's gonna show in that fight. This upcoming fight. And They fight next week, right?
Yeah, they fight next week.
Yeah, Figueroa, he pick up speed, as time go by. Neary, he got a good pace, but he come out strong. But I don't think he got enough bang to stop Figueroa in his tracks.
Yeah, Figueroa, he kind of, if I'm not mistaken, he was kind of big for that weight.
Yeah, I think Figueroa, he could probably do a Pacquiao or like a Marquez, start at we at 122 and probably work his way probably to 147 because of his size.
Yeah, I see a few of his fights and he looked big for the weight. So, and I know how big Neary is. He pretty short. So we'll see if that'd be a factor in the fight. But I'm kind of rolling with Neary because he's just a monster, bro. He relentless. Like once he figure you out and he get going, it's like people just get overwhelmed.
Can you believe that they had that guy beating Adrian Broner, man?
Who?
Omar Figueroa.
Omar Figueroa.
Yeah, they remember they had
he'll
him
beat his ass right now. He just got knocked out too.
Yeah, I wish AB could have got that fight and been the one to stop him because they were saying that he would stop. He would be too much for AB. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Yeah, that's one he missed right there. So what y'all think? Think he coming back or think he's just pump faking?
Oh, you
AB,
mean
that
who
is.
you mean AB?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he want to be active and they playing around. You see what he been saying in the social media? He like, I'm trying to be active. What y'all waiting for? I said that was gonna put me in another fight within a few months or something like that. So he trying to do the right thing.
Right. I see him playing pool and exercising, but I don't see nothing looking like where, you know what I'm saying, he got something coming up with as a fight. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I want to see him fight, man. He's entertaining.
Yeah. I need him in that Jesse Vargas rematch. I want him to knock Vargas' ass out this time.
Yeah, cause he talk heavy noise, bro. yeah.
He was tripping, but Jesse Vargas was tripping before that fight, bro. Then he came to the weigh-in with a goddamn hitman suit on and some gloves like OJ, like he was gonna kill Aiden.
Wow, I ain't see that.
That boy was tripping, bro.
He was crazy as shit, didn't he?
Wow. Yeah, he was
crazy,
bro. He's like, you see his eyes, the way his eyes was looking.
Yeah, he probably did that same shit Oscar be on. That's what that was. His ass was bugging.
He was
money.
He was crazy.
Money. Where you at, nigga? Get out the bathroom, nigga. You don't want to take a shit or something.
Money back there taking a shit.
It's the boy, yeah. Tighten up, nigga.
Yeah, he gonna come on curse side. But I'm about to jump off here, man. I ain't talked down too long. I barely got any sleep.
Yeah, man.
So, y'all enjoy yourselves.
Hey, y'all do the same, fam. Yes, sir.
Peace and blessings.
All right. What's good? Where everybody go? Y'all niggas got ghosts? Where y'all go, bro? Where the smoke at? What happened? Hit the like button. Where y'all at? Hector in the building. Hector Reeves. What's good, Hector? What's good, Hector? What are you talking about? You said that dude D-Nice talking in circles. Shout outs to D-Nice. It's all good. We can agree to disagree with each other. My boy G-Ball. Let me give everybody a shout out. Shout outs to G-Ball. TKO in the building. What up, TKO? My boy, you will see my channel. You will see my channel. What's good? How's my audio? Am I breaking up? What I sound like? Damn, they got ghost on you, H. Yeah, what happened to him, G-Ball? Y'all hit the like button. We might as well do a full 3 hours in here. How's the audio? 24 Geezy. Oh, there go Deacon 305. Deacon back. What happened, Deacon? Everybody fell off?
Yeah, you went to take a shit.
Nah, hell nah. I ain't taking shit. I was listening to y'all.
I'm messing with you, bro. No, hey, since we got a low in the action, go ahead and show. Go to that fight, man.
Which fight?
What I sent you, bro.
Let me see. I ain't. Dang, my bad. I was doing something. Hold on. Oh, the one on your phone. You sent me on my phone.
Yeah.
The YouTube link. I don't know if I can play it on my phone though, because it's on my phone.
No, all you gotta do is pull it up off your phone onto your what you got, laptop, tablet, what you got?
Let me see what it is. Let me see. I want to get a copy.
You ain't got to show the full fight. Just get to the knockout part.
All right, let me see. Respect my boy TKO in here. What up? Jason Brown, JB. What up, JB? What up, my boy? Oh, okay. Let me see what it is. Dang, it's kind of long. It's like 2 hours.
That's why I say get to the main event. You ain't got to show the whole fight. Just get to the part where they about to knock each other out or whatever.
All right, I gotta find it. Let me see. Oh, there's a midget.
Hey, that's just hey, he the real deal, fam. He the real deal.
Y'all hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I see it. I gotta pull it up on hold on. I'm gonna figure it out. But yeah, man, everybody just dipped, man. What's good, Deacon? How you been feeling, Deacon?
Hey, too blessed to be stressed and highly favored. What's good with your fam?
Man, chilling, big bro. You know, I appreciate you, man.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you. I'm gonna try to play for Deacon.
Yeah, when things get right, you know, I'm gonna bring you down here for some yachts and some jet skis. You know what I mean? Let's just do a little something out here in the FLA with it for a little bit. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, shout out to everybody in the chat once again. TKO, G-Ball, Jason Brown, Hector Rivas, everybody that show love, 24 Geezy. Jeff, what up, Jeff? What's good? Boxing Dialogue. J8, what up, J8? What's good? Danny the Great, of course. Coco, all my peoples, man. Shout out to everybody.
Respect.
I'm trying to play this for the people. But yeah, you know, we actually we're gonna start going live every day, Deacon. We're gonna start putting in some more work, you know. I know I ain't been live like I used to, but it's time to give the people what they want, and they want that real deal boxing knowledge. That's what they want.
Sir.
We're gonna give it to them.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna give it to them for sure. Yo, D, do me a favor. No, I got it. I'm gonna send it to my Instagram, and then I can play it like that. It'll be easier for me. So
right.
For sure. Let me get this thing.
I watched this fight the night that it happened. It was real cheap too, but it was worth it, man. It was entertaining like a mug, bruh. It was really entertaining, bruh.
Shout out to my boy Yova. Yova in the building. JC. What up, JC Yova? Let me get this motherfucker.
Yeah,
they had a
little belt on
Mother's Day to everybody too. Happy Mother's Day for everybody. You know, all the mothers in your family, brother Deacon. Happy Mother's Day to everybody in your family, bro.
Likewise, family. Likewise. Yes, indeed.
All right, just copied it. Finna get this thing going. What you thought about Canelo last night? You was impressed or nah?
No, I wasn't impressed because you can basically call the fight. You know what I'm saying? I want a fight that is unpredictable to me. You know, I really don't know who's gonna win for real. That's the type of action that puts you on the edge of your seat. That's the type of action that fucks with your stomach. You know what I'm saying? You got goosebumps in your belly, you hear me? Because, you know, and you're excited. You know, that fight did not excite me. It was a matter of time. I knew it was going to happen, but what round, I don't know. You feel me? And Listen, you had people calling that the fight was going, even on your show last night before it went live, right? People were saying that they would not be surprised if this guy quit in the fight. And that's exactly what the hell happened.
I remember they were saying that.
You know what I mean? Come on, man. We don't want fights like that we can predict. It's supposed to be unpredictable. The ring is supposed to be the element of surprise. Man, that's no surprise. We pretty much know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? And he's
no fun.
celebrated.
Exactly. There's no fun, bro. You know who's going to win before they even fight.
Right. Come on. That take all the juice out of it.
Yup. That's like the NBA playoffs. You got all these super teams in the NBA. You already know the Lakers going to win. We know the Brooklyn Nets going to win. We knew the Golden State Warriors was going to win with their super team. So it kind of took away from the sport a little bit. But, I mean, Billy Joe, he came in there. He was looking sharp a little bit. He had his moments in that fight. But as soon as he got hit with some shit, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people think that he quit.
I'm saying that's not a good look, though. You know what I'm saying? I don't. If I was in the fight game, I wouldn't want that on my record. That a guy was not able to compete with me because I was just too much and made him quit on stuff. I want to knock you out or just outscore you for 12 rounds, dominate. Like, listen, Devin Haney gets in there. If he don't knock him out, he dominate him.
Correct.
One of the two. If he don't knock him out, you can look for a domination. Well, a guy probably win one round, if that. Come on, man. That's special. That's special, man.
All right. So I'm about
to and to be frank with you, I do not like the fact that I'm not seeing him fight enough. A lot of my favorite fighters I'm not seeing fight enough.
Oh, he coming up, Deacon. That's like in 2 weeks. Devin Haney fighting 2 weeks.
Well, that's what I need to see, man. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. We need to be promoting that. You know what I'm saying? Just like I keep telling you. And you remember the guy that was on Reggie Orange show, the white guy? What he said? No matter what, they support their countrymen. Right? Same shit should apply over here. When Ricky hadn't got knocked out by Floyd Mayweather, even while the man was on the ground asleep, what they were saying, it's only one Ricky Hatton, all that shit, right? When Pacquiao knocked him out, the man was down there snoring. Yeah. Yes, sir. Well, that's the real one right there, bro.
I don't want to get a copyright and play a little bit of this motherfucker.
Right.
It's like some new shit. They is squabbing though.
Hey, you ought to see how he stopped him, bro. He hitting him with the rim pimps.
I think he about to stop him right here.
Hey. The little black guy named Liquor Man. That Liquor Man wallet, bro.
About this part?
Yeah. But if y'all can watch that whole fight, man, you can sit back and get your champagne, whatever you do, your joint, whatever, and watch this right here. Oh my goodness!
Oh, he hit him with that right. It was the right hand fucked him up.
Yes, sir.
Got these niggas fighting.
Look at that.
Beat the shit out of that motherfucker.
Yes,
he fucked him up.
Look at man, wallet, bro. Real tough. Yeah, I've been watching it for a little bit.
For sure. Yo, man, shout outs to everybody, man, that tuned in. We gonna wrap this one up. Hey, brother Deacon, man, I don't know if you subscribe to Terrence Crawford, his team channel, Bernie the Boxer. I don't know if you ever watched it. You checked them out?
Yeah.
Yo, shout outs to that team right there. Team Terrence Crawford, one of the realest in the game. I talked to Bo Mac on the phone. Lolo is out there right now. Lolo's out there with Terrence Crawford, Shakur Stevenson, and Lolo's getting some work with them. And I appreciate Bo Mac. You know what I mean? Because he
that's what's up.
He accepted Lolo. He gave him opportunity to take a look at him out there. And yeah, man, I appreciate it, bro. I called Bo Mac and I asked him if he could take a look at Lolo. Lolo wanted to come out there, and those brothers is taking care of him, man. So Lolo's actually in the house with those brothers, man. So shout outs to Lolo. Shout outs to Bo Mac. Bo Mac, thank you, man. Team Terrence Crawford, one of the realest in the game. Team Devin
That's
Haney,
real.
one of the realest in the game, man. I appreciate those brothers, man. For real.
Yeah, that's love, man. That's real love right there, man.
Shout out to Bill Haney, Bo Mac, all the real ones in boxing. Appreciate y'all brothers, man.
Absolutely. Hey, man, black love, man. Catch up with y'all on the next one, bro. Love your nephew.
I love you
Salute
too.
Yeah, man. I get with y'all. One.
For sure. Peace out, brother Deacon. Chance
Yes,
Dodson. He says, what you think about Frank Sanchez versus F.A. Ajagba? That's a good fight. Very intriguing matchup. And that fight right there, who wins? F.A. Ajagba has a lot of power. He's a knockout artist. I think Frank Sanchez has more skills. It depends on if Sanchez if he can take F.A. Ajagba's punch, I think that's going to determine the fight. If Sanchez can take Ajagba's power, then Sanchez will win. I'm going to go with Sanchez. I think Sanchez wins because Sanchez has more skills. Sanchez is a better boxer. Sanchez has more skills, but Ajagba, he has that equalizer. Ajagba has the punching power to knock out Sanchez. But I'm gonna go with Frank Sanchez. I think Sanchez is better though, Chance, to be honest with you. But Ajagba got a lot of power. He's a knockout artist, so I'm gonna go with Sanchez. Skills wins fights, bro. Skills pay the bills. Frank Sanchez is a better boxer. I'm going with Sanchez. What up though? What's good? Dara Ta, what's good? Shout out to everybody. Hit the like button. Danny the Great. We're going to start going live every time, all day, every day. You know what I mean? More live shows, more live streams for the people. Much love, man. But until then, I'm going to holler at y'all. Listen, Danny the Great. Go to Bernie the Boxer's channel. Bernie the Boxer, Team Terrence Crawford. Everybody go meet up on Team Terrence Crawford on God. Danny the Great. I'm about to send you the link in the chat to Bernie the Boxer. Team Terrence Crawford. They got their own YouTube channel. I want all my people to go subscribe to Team Terrence Crawford YouTube channel, Bernie the Boxer. It's time. You already know. It's time to turn up, Danny the Great. On God. On God, Danny. No cap. I'm going to drop the link for you. Hold up. So I'll make sure you get the link. Let me drop the link in the chat. Shout out to everybody. Let's go watch Bernie the Boxer. Lolo is officially at the house over there. You know what I mean? Shout out to my boy Lolo, the coldest. Lolo, the coldest, baby. Let's go. So Bernie the Boxer, right? My boy Bernie the Boxer. What's good? H Money time. Danny the Great. You already know Danny the GOAT. I'm going to start calling you Danny the GOAT. So Bernie, he getting his popping. Oh, they got the Brotherhood over there. The Brotherhood is already over there at the live. Dang, Bernie already got 1,000 subs. So Bernie shit litty. So look, I'm about to drop it in the chat. Let's go, Team Terrence Crawford. Just drop the link. Let's end it right here. There you go, Danny. The coldest. Team Terrence Crawford. Everybody hit the link. Go. I'm going to be up in there. There go right there. We going to end the show. Congratulations to Canelo Alvarez. We out of here. Peace.